I think for the most part, I've got that memorized.
Yeah.
That song now.
No lie, you were humming
It's a
that
jam.
during the intro, huh?
Bum,
We need to make words. What are the words?
bum.
I don't know the words. I don't know the words to the national anthem though.
It's like
I think I know the beginning.
Oh, of course.
Manny
Filipino.
Pacquiao is live. Manny, we love to watch him win the fight.
I sent you guys that. Apparently, there's a Manny Pacquiao AI voice
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That's
doing
what.
karaoke.
What song was he singing?
I forgot what it was, but you can enter any song.
He
And
was
he'll
singing "Bye Bye Bye," wasn't he?
I forgot, but he'll do it in the Manny Pacquiao AI voice.
Oh my
That's what's so
gosh.
funny about AI to me is like when it first became like a big thing, everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, like it's gonna take over and it's gonna, take so many jobs." And people are like making clone troopers singing, singing different songs, and battle droids singing different songs.
People doing like the stupidest
That's
thing.
what
Like
we use it for. Yeah.
yeah, they're not trying to get like a $5 million ransom for somebody or whatever that's not making random press,
No.
random false press or whatever. It's people doing stupid stuff.
we just want to hear the 501st Legion sing some songs.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
all we want.
We just want to hear freaking battle droids sing songs and
What's the one that there's like a video that went super viral and it's like a battle droid band and a clone trooper band and they're singing a
Oh.
song. Da, na, 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 na,
Yeah,
na,
I know what you're
na.
talking about. Yeah,
What's that song called?
What song was that you were just humming?
I don't remember
Shazam.
what that song was.
they did like a
Shaz-
battle.
Shazam
Oh,
Rock.
somewhere only we know.
I'm sure if you type in like battle droid singing
Somewhere
meme,
only we know.
that's it.
Oh,
That's the one.
okay, yeah, I know that song.
By the way, we're live, so welcome to
Yeah.
episode 8 of Holla Holla Time. It's your boy Panfred Nudo.
Let's go around
But-
and set our costumes.
Yeah.
Who we are.
I'm Buzz Lightyear. Fairly evident. I've got the wings, so I can
Let's see the wings.
Swaggy,
So I can-
swaggy
so I
Buzz
can-
Lightyear.
Nice.
fall
Nice.
Nice.
with style. You know what I'm saying?
Falling with style.
That's right. And then over here we've got Kuya Robert.
Ted Lasso, y'all. Howdy.
Is that a
From
goat?
Kansas.
What's on your chest? Is that a goat?
Barbecue sauce.
Is that a
Barbecue sauce.
No, it's a
it's a greyhound.
greyhound. A greyhound. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Someone hasn't watched my show.
We don't have Apple TV. I've only watched one episode, the free episode.
Dude, oh, you gotta watch the rest of them.
It's so good.
And that's
Boy's life.
that's like if you watch 2 episodes, then you'll get sucked in. But
You're hooked.
you can
I'm sucked in,
watch
even after
you can
one. I've
just
watched
one and be fine, but 2 and it's like
Commit.
and I've watched one
Especially
episode
for-
of Severance, the free episode as well, because you get all these free episodes on Apple
A
TV,
taster, a nibble.
and
Yeah.
then
Taster.
you gotta buy in if you want to watch more. And they don't
I
sell
bu-
these on DVD or Blu-ray. It's like
Because there's no more DVD players.
or Blu-ray. They don't
Yeah.
sell it. Like I've been checking on Amazon. I'm waiting, but then no, because I guess they have
Apple.
the exclusive Apple
Rights.
TV
Yeah.
deal or whatever.
I bought Beats for like an ultra clearance last Black Friday, and it came with a free subscription
Nice.
to
Oh.
Apple for like a couple months, and I was like, all right, time to binge all these shows. And Ted Lasso
Yeah.
was the one that I stayed subscribing to Apple TV Plus
After.
for because I
Just
had
for
to
Ted.
finish
Yeah.
season 3.
yeah.
Oh, it's season 3 already.
The first time that I watched it, I watched the first 2 episodes in one night. Like just stayed up all night and watched the first
What? That's only 2
22.
episodes.
22
Oh,
episodes.
22 episodes.
22.
I thought you
2
said
seasons,
2
yeah.
episodes. I'm like,
No, 2 seasons. 2 seasons.
2
Wow.
seasons in one night.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
didn't do it
good.
in one night, but I did end up binging it to the point to where I caught up to Fred and Zach
Oh, wow.
on season 3 when it was like weekly.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Right?
football is life.
Football is life.
It is also
Rojas.
Danny Rojas is
No, 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 no,
Danny Rojas.
Rolling with the costume.
Oh, the costume. So I'm a big wiener.
he's the wiener.
The longanisa. Longanisa.
Longanisa with mustard. And me and Rob were wondering if this is relish or lettuce,
I
but
think
Yeah,
it's
it-
You don't really
No,
put
it
It's
looks.
gotta be
I think it's gotta be
relish.
relish. It's
It's
gotta be
probably
relish.
relish.
Nobody in the
Lettuce-
right
lettuce
mind.
on hot
Nobody in the
dog.
right mind
That's
puts
true.
lettuce on their hot dog.
That's true.
Because
Yeah.
if you put lettuce on it, it becomes a sandwich.
But it's very frilly, like
If you
lettuce
put
right now.
yes.
becomes
It's like a tuxedo.
It's yeah.
This is a tuxedo.
And I'm Death. Or the Grim Reaper.
And you have your sigh.
I'm dead.
My
And I'm
Reaper.
death.
And the hood.
I
Yeah,
also-
the hood. The hood
I
done.
also
You eat
feel,
a wiener, and you might come with me if you eat too much of a wiener.
Too many wieners.
you know, that's why if you choke on, you got to know the
Oh yeah, you have your
I even have Squishmallow Death.
squishmallow death.
Squishmallow.
nice. You might choke. You might choke on a wiener.
Exactly. Not so much the cholesterol levels, but choke.
Yeah,
On it.
you might choke on a
Coming with
wiener.
me.
You don't chew it right. You know,
That's right.
you might.
Everybody.
Then comes death. The death
Chew
is
your
right there
food
waiting,
properly, everybody.
waiting to take you.
And last,
Speaking of wieners,
What?
Speaking of
What?
speaking of
I,
phallic,
it's
phallic shaped
I'm
things.
I'm a one-eared Pikachu.
one ear
Oh.
Pikachu.
It's supposed to be a banana. And Nick called
I
it
am a banana.
Well, bananas have a black tip like that.
peanut butter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peanut
Okay.
butter jelly time. Peanut
Peanut
butter
butter
jelly
jelly.
time.
I did
Peanut
that.
butter jelly.
I did
Yeah.
that green
Yeah,
screen
yeah,
redeem.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know that?
yeah.
That was a workout.
Yeah.
That's a workout. That
It
dance
is.
that you do.
But it's
Yeah.
episode
Jealous.
8 already, guys.
Yes, episode 8.
How
Episode
does that
8.
happen?
Ocho.
We are chugging along. Ocho.
Does that? Yeah, you got to Carl. Easy. You got to do an auto for everybody for episode 8.
What's an ocho?
Just you. Nobody else. Just you
Just nobody
specific.
knows.
You have all that room back there. You have all that room that you've made specifically so you can auto on episode 8. I know.
All
you
the
did.
room with the Concord laying all over the floor.
Oh yeah, don't step
Is that
on
what
the
you're
Concord.
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what
That
knocked that
poor-
over?
That poor Concord.
What knocked that over? Az, tell us a story.
His
I
tip.
lost.
You were almost late, but good thing you prioritize this.
Tell us a story. What happened?
There we go. So, if you notice, the Concord's not there anymore.
Wait, where
So
was it? Where
Here's the
was
thing:
It was on that bench.
It's
Oh, on
always
the
been sitting on
bench.
that bench.
Oh.
But my
Yeah,
wife
the-
did move it once, but I put it back, and she said I didn't put it in the middle. Well, I was like, no, there's a indentation on it. But I was in the shower, and I guess
That's
my
the room
wife
that's
heard
haunted,
like
right?
it is true.
Yeah.
My wife heard like a loud bang, and the dogs were with her. At first she thought it was the dogs, but the dogs were with her. And yeah, the Concord is. I wish I could move my camera, but it's all over the floor over here.
Allah.
Oh
And
my
that's what-
God.
You didn't-
Whose fault
That's
is
what-
this? Sino ang palo?
At least it's more stream material. You can rebuild.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's like a 2-foot drop too, and that's
Oh
from
my
the
God.
stand that it came with. That's from the. So the wings didn't
That means-
completely fall off, but the middle part of it did. The nose is like off of it. The engine things at the bottom are off, so I need to put that together.
Oh wow. I know it's tricky with Lego once it like kind of falls. It's like where do you start?
Yeah, you gotta
Like,
like
you almost have to
Oh,
go
there it
to the
is.
beginning.
Oh,
over again.
yep.
Ooh.
Wow.
The Mumu killed it, dude.
It looks like the
Feels
like
sword in
most
Lord of
of
the
it
Rings.
has-
What's the
Yeah.
sword called?
Oh, what is that sword?
is that a squishmallow?
Yeah, that's a squishmallow.
That's
my It's,
daughter's
Of what?
squishmallow.
Flying cow.
That's it.
Flying-
It's huge.
They,
It's so
they-
sad.
They've been bringing a bunch of stuff down.
Maybe
over
it's the squishmallow's fault. Squished it.
That's
Yeah, the
sad.
Mumu.
So that's your project for the next few weeks.
What we just had a lot of really good Lego deals the past couple weeks. Did y'all buy anything? Capitalize on any deals?
I had
For
to get
gift with
that
purchases,
Steamboat.
I guess.
That Steamboat Willie.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had to get that
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
Which
What did you buy to
luckily,
get that?
okay. So I just recently got a support kind of package from Lego. So a lot of the Disney, Star Wars, and some of the Marvel stuff that I wanted, I already got. So I was like,
Yeah.
crap, like I have to spend $100.
Mhm.
So I was
Oh my
like,
God.
Dang
me
it,
being
Lego sending me
darn it.
presets. Now I can't
Whose
get
favorite
them.
Tito are you? You can be my favorite Tito for
Darn
Christmas.
Oh my god. Hi, Miss Jen. Me being the stubborn person that I am was like, I wanted to do this, but this is like probably the best reason to go ahead and just finally do it because I get a really good gift with purchase. So where is it? I bought this and built this so you don't have to at full price. I
Oh.
did
Oh my god!
the hoopty.
Hoppity. Oh, Hoopty.
I did the
And
hoopty.
what were your thoughts? What were your thoughts?
Here's the thing. So the hoopty is it's a great chip. It's a great build, but not for $90.
Dude,
Unfortunately,
that
that
nice?
price tag is
How many
wild.
did it come with?
it's 3 minifigures plus the full size Flurkin and 2 small
Flurkin.
kitty Flurkin. But here's the thing, like it's a great set. I feel like it's at the very most buy it for 50, but
Yeah.
$90 was just a lot. Like I love the design. I love this set. Like, the
Yeah.
minifigures are great. There's like a really cool interior in here. There's the Flurkin and all their accessories. I just put it all in there. But there's all the minifigures, Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel, and Photon.
Mhm.
And I wanted to build it just because I'm stubborn, and I was like, I need to find out for myself how much it is not worth $90. But I'd say get it on clearance. I honestly, I'm glad that I built it. And if anything, like the $90, well, how I said it's worth $50. The remaining $40 that I spent, I felt like is totally worth the Steamboat Willie. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I appreciate that for sure.
So what
It's
about the
totally-
10? The extra 10 to make 100.
330-second battle pack. How about another one? My fourth
Oh.
one.
Okay.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's kind
I
of like that
just-
Iron Man armory, right? When it was like,
yeah.
I forgot what it was priced, but when Costco did the deal with the Groot
Yeah.
Yeah.
with it,
Yeah.
that's when I
It was-
actually bought it
Costco's-
because it was like it was
yeah.
a deal. It was a 2-pack deal.
Yeah.
Oh,
This was
Costco.
this was definitely worth it with the gift of purchase, but on a normal basis, I would tell people to steer away from the hoopty.
Mm.
Unless they really absolutely enjoyed watching,
Mm.
Yeah.
the Marvels, or they just really absolutely love Captain Marvel. or
Are the
Was that a
minifigures
movie that came out?
exclusive?
Okay, okay.
I don't know if the movie came out yet.
Is it a movie or a
next,
show?
Next week.
It's a movie,
I think
okay.
November 10th. I
November
think.
10th.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we've gotten all of no, we haven't gotten this version of Photon yet. Because the version of Monica Rambeau is different from the CMF.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
The
okay.
torso's different.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've gotten this version of Captain Marvel before. And we've gotten a Kamala Khan before in like an old set from the games.
Yes.
But I don't actually know what this torso might be different. I think it is different. Yeah, this is different. It's only to this set. So yeah, I mean some exclusive minifigs, but I mean there's nothing crazy. There's nothing like completely different. It's just like torso. Like there's no like
Yeah.
actual molds or anything like that
Mhm.
that are new or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Man,
Yeah.
90
It's a-
bucks.
it's a
Yeah, that's
great
tough.
build though. I mean it's solid. The bottom's kind of janky, but like it's a great like solid build. I just again I don't know why it's $90.
Yeah. Inflation. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's the deal. I also
I
built
got
the,
this
the
movie.
GWP. It's so
Yeah,
good.
did you like it?
I loved it. It's a great gift. of
I
purchase.
want it
Nice.
because I missed out on the actual
Okay.
set.
The big one.
Yeah, I
the
didn't
big
get it.
one.
I didn't get the GWP. It's like I've been spending too much money.
Is it sold out already?
Sad.
I don't know
No.
if it's sold
No.
out.
Is it sold out
Actually,
already?
let's go check. Let's see.
Last I checked on the website, it was not.
It's sold out online for sure. So
Oh,
it is.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure.
It
Yeah, I
is?
heard last night.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I was
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Because it's almost a
Not
week
popping up
now.
anymore.
It was live
Not
on
popping up,
Monday.
okay.
Last last Monday.
Yeah, I was at the Lego store,
Yeah.
the Vegas Lego store. That was the last thing I did in Vegas was go to the fashion show mall, get my passport stamped, and then
Oh,
buy
nice.
buy the 332nd battle pack and the hoopty to get the gift of purchase. And like we had asked, it was like, is Marvel and Star Wars included? And they're like, actually, it is. Like the first, they actually have it included, so it was nice. Otherwise, if it was just anything to get to get the gift of purchase, I would have bought Alpine Lodge. I need to get that still.
Yeah.
Alpine. Oh,
The
yeah.
A-frame cabinet?
When I saw
That's
it
actually a
in person,
really
yeah.
nice set.
Yeah, the newest Christmas Village
Oh, yeah,
set.
Oh,
Yeah.
that one. Yeah,
That
yeah.
one is nice.
It's really nice.
with the
it's really
outhouse,
rare.
right?
With the outhouse.
Yes, with
Gotta
that
have the
house.
outhouse.
Mm.
So
It
that's
looks
what
like
I wanted to
Steamboat
get.
Willie is not on
Mm.
Disney Disney anymore
Oh.
either.
Yeah, and it was
Really?
on there early.
Oh, they were
actually.
selling it too as a gift
Yeah.
purchase.
Yeah,
They
like
did it
It was for
early,
one-
a week early for 150. For
Oh,
150.
$150.
Oh, for 150.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
was about to say, but would it be for any Lego sets on there?
Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, because like if it's
they're
on
all
there,
Disney.
then it's
Yeah.
Disney.
They're all Disney anyway.
Come on, use your brain. Come on, jeez. It's too much barbecue sauce.
You having your
Goodness
panic
me.
attack, Ted?
The Universal.
Bingo,
Studios.
Ringo.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was. Yeah, and that's it. That's all I really got.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying really
Well,
hard to not spend a bunch, especially with
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, the
Christmas, Black Friday
potential.
coming up. All this things.
Yeah.
Christmas,
Creeping
Black
soon,
Friday.
right?
If you think
Mhm.
Black
about it, Black
Friday.
Friday is what in 3
3
weeks. It's crazy.
Well, the thing is, like, a bunch of places
Oh,
are
yeah,
starting
that's
their
true.
Black Friday stuff in like just
Oh,
a
I
couple
know.
days, like November
Dyson's
1st.
telling me buy another vacuum.
There's no
Yeah,
Buy another
there's no patience
No.
in this country anymore.
Right?
November
Moving to
1st.
England.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's
November
crazy. I mean, it's
1st?
great.
Wow.
It's great that like people are doing it. That way it decreases the hullabaloo of actual Black Friday.
Yeah.
But
My mom and I,
Um,
we used to wake up super early
5
on,
a.m.
on Friday morning. Yeah, 5 a.m. and we would go to the mall. And that for
If
me,
the
it was
mall
a,
is open,
it
or
was
is
a
it just
fun
like
thing.
the Target or the Walmarts? You know, like
That's a good
stores.
question.
It was the
I feel
big
like we would go
stores
to the
for me.
mall.
big stores, yeah.
it was the
Our-
bigger
our-
source for
our
me. I did
tradition
that too.
was picking up the newspaper down the street at our
Oh.
gas station Thanksgiving Day because you'll have all your
deals.
deals?
deals, right?
Yeah,
that was
yeah, yeah.
before the online thing. It was
Deals.
like,
You
Yeah.
gotta get those deals.
yeah, and then
Well,
you
I
gotta
have
look
a-
through like the Best Buy, especially Best Buy,
Buy.
Target. That was my
Right.
Kids
Yeah,
these days
Best
are
Buy,
like, what's a
Target.
newspaper?
Yeah, newspaper. Everything's on like your app anyway. I have a friend.
Why don't you
who-
just check the website for the deals? Duh.
Yeah, exactly.
Then you just go on your iPad.
Yeah. But a friend of mine diligently
use your
goes,
iPad.
you know, for over all her life, she would go across the borders, sleep over,
Oh, to Detroit.
and she goes to
Wow.
Detroit area because the sales tax is lower, and she will
6%,
be-
baby.
She will be at Walmart at like 12 a.m. Like she's there lined up,
What is she getting?
anything and everything that will fit in her car. So her and another
Well,
girlfriend, it's like they come back and like
Wow.
nothing to declare. But I think if you stay 2-3 days, then you can declare whatever maximum is, right? But they would
Oh.
buy the TVs, they would buy like large item sets and just
And it's different for y'all
Crush
because
up-
you don't have Thanksgiving the night before,
no,
right?
And
So
this
it's
is it. Like we
it's
never
not like
had
you're
Black
leaving
Friday.
family or whatever.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
yeah, that's interesting. That's
Exactly, but
interesting.
we never
Sounds
had
like
Black
Canada
Friday
has
here.
to do some sort of a Black Friday so that we can go to
No.
Canada,
Yeah.
get our deals.
We have
Canadian
Boxing
Thanksgiving.
You
Day.
can go to Canada and spend more money.
Yeah, more money. And with
Yeah,
more
yeah,
sales
that's
tax.
true.
But we have
That's
Boxing Day,
true.
but you know, by then you're already broke by after Christmas. This is the Boxing Day deals, which is December 26th.
Right.
But yeah, no, but Black Friday has become a thing here too the last maybe 5 years. Not as
that's so
rampant
interesting.
as the US still, but you know, again, when you have the same companies here, like the Best Buys or Walmarts too, like they want to follow suit and see what Canadian, you know, audience they have to give them.
We don't
their
have
money.
the Black Friday fights
But no, we don't have
in the
that.
Walmarts.
I wonder if
Oh,
that's still a
yeah.
thing. Maybe
Oh,
not. Do you
Throwing some
think?
bows.
Yeah, do you
I
think?
It
work-
still is. It still is because
Still is.
Walmart, Walmart, even though
Really?
they have set lines, it's still when it's
Free for
when
all.
it's
First come,
time,
first
it's still
serve.
free for all.
Yeah.
that's
They
the
said, "Have
unfortunate
at
thing
it, Jessica
about it.
Rabbit."
How was it when there was like pandemic and stores were like social distancing? Did they allow like people to go in like 30 people first and then 30 like did that ever
That's a
happen
good
there?
question.
Black
I don't
Friday?
know.
I don't
I don't
remember.
I didn't go on
I
Black
steered
Friday.
I steered clear of anything
Yeah,
with
anywhere,
the
right?
public. Then I was like, I
Yeah.
am not.
Yeah.
Well, I worked
Yeah.
at
That
Best
was the
Buy.
case. Yeah.
I've worked at Best Buy, so I just try to not.
Work on.
I try to not dick with them
Yeah.
because it was there. I was there like Thanksgiving night. Like I just couldn't have a Thanksgiving. I was there.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Anybody that worked
That
there, like
sucks.
we didn't have a Thanksgiving. Like
Yeah,
it
bless
was-
those employees that are
And
there
so the-
all
the-
Thanksgiving. all
the
Black
very
Friday.
first Black Friday or the very first Thanksgiving at Best Buy that I had, they put me at the very front of the store
Oh my
with
god.
all of like the
You're crowd
doorbuster.
control.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, well the doorbuster TVs were right at the very front. So I got to
Mm.
witness people clawing at each other, shoving each
Wow.
other.
My
You know-
question is,
Minute
are the
best.
deals
Well,
really that good?
No,
Okay,
Is it-
that's what I thought.
I mean even
I
back
wasn't
then,
sure.
50%
especially
off,
back
right?
I
then.
would go and buy like clothes and stuff.
Yeah, especially back
Yeah.
then, those TVs are like your lower quality TVs. I mean, now they're a
Mhm.
little bit
Yeah.
better, right? But
Yeah.
back then, they weren't even like
Mhm.
like your
But
average.
would the deals be
TVs.
slashed so much? Like, would it, $1,000 TV
I don't
would
know.
be, I don't know, 300? Like, is it like that kind of a markdown
I
or
feel like no.
half?
No.
No, right?
Well,
It was more
it's
like-
it's that really low quality
Yeah, the
TV
low
is just
quality,
marked the hell up, and then they're
Mm.
actually selling
Oh.
it for what it's actually
Oh,
Makes sense.
sure.
what it
sure.
actually
Yeah.
costs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Amen,
it's the
Big Ben.
The perception that I'm getting such a deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
they don't
not.
really know.
You're
Yeah.
actually paying like the whole closer to the wholesale deal, and that's why it seems like it's such a big discount. So
right.
take it from a former Best Buy employee. Have mercy on our
He
souls.
knows. Yeah.
Go
Just stay
shop
with your
early.
families.
Just do it online. Can you do it online?
Yeah.
It just disappeared again, Nick.
You could do it online, but shop early.
There you go.
That's the whole reason why Best Buy and all these stores are doing their stuff early, is so you don't bother them on their Thanksgiving
Yeah.
night. You don't.
Well, and that's the
bother
thing
them.
too. Before they even did that, when they were transitioning to where, okay, it's earlier in Friday, and all of a sudden it's like Thanksgiving night, literally,
Mhm.
right? Before they started doing this whole, like a month before, literally their Black Friday sale or something like that. But that was unfortunate too, because I mean we felt that because AZP and I would go shopping for the toys for the kids, right?
Yeah.
Getting the better deals, but it was
Hectic then with Thanksgiving.
tradition. Yeah, the tradition of
Mhm.
looking at the newspapers Thanksgiving Day. Ended
I
up
was,
we're like Wednesday prior, and you're
Yeah.
talking about, oh, after dinner we're gonna go line up. I'm like, ah.
Yeah. I finally found her on Instagram. For the longest time, I was looking for someone who's AZ Pinay. I'm like, how come she doesn't exist? And I'm like, oh, here she is. So, yeah.
Kuya, Nick, Atiman, did you guys get any Lego deals the past couple
I wouldn't
weeks?
they're not deals, but
Or yeah, buy any Lego? Yeah, if you bought any Lego.
so I got the Steamboat Willie, but so to get it, I got that Princess Battle Pack, the the one that has like 16 princesses.
The mini
Uh,
dolls.
Is it-
One.
The battle
Is it
pack.
Mini
actually called
dolls.
the Princess
No,
Battle?
it's
No,
the
no.
Amazon.
Oh,
it's the
dude, that would be
Amazonian
so funny. I was literally about to Google Lego
Battle
Princess
Pack.
Battle Pack.
It's the one that looks like the elves sets.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like a purple box.
It's
Let's
like
see
a
if it comes
jungle
up.
House.
Battle
The jungle
Pack.
house.
I'm not sure what the name of it is.
It kind of does a little bit. There's some pictures here.
All the princess you could possibly.
But it's just the right price just to get the gift with purchase.
What is it? $99.99.
Yeah, see how I never know these things.
I mean,
Maybe a little
I
bit.
mean, if
Maybe
it-
a little bit more.
Things-
Maybe
it's
a little bit more.
blurred
Maybe a
where
little
the
bit more.
decimal place lands.
that it's almost like how Prophet says now. It's
I
like,
think
oh, I
our-
won this in a giveaway.
Our
That's
threshold
why
was
it
like
arrived in the door.
130 or something.
Oh, okay.
Or was it
The Lego
130
pack.
Canadian.
150? Yeah, I can't remember what our threshold
Got
was.
his
It was,
receipt.
it was a bit more.
Yeah.
That's
I won this in a
hilarious.
giveaway.
What's the treehouse? Oh,
That's-
Dude, the
on sale?
treehouse is off 42% on
Yeah.
Amazon
Oh,
from
wow.
$249.99 to $144.23.
Wow,
still up?
that's crazy.
It's still
It's
up.
pretty
I'm about to
tempting.
pull the trigger on it right now.
That was-
honestly.
Add
Do
to cart.
it. Do it live. Do it live.
What is that? 2017, 2018,
Yeah, 2018.
something
I
like that.
thought.
It was
a
Oh
while
wow,
ago.
it's still
Wow.
yeah,
Older
it's
set.
still.
But
it's
that's a
still
great
up.
deal. I like that set.
So it's gonna retire this year then?
Supposed to retire
Oh,
this year.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Trying to get
at
rid of the
least from my
inventory.
screen, if you
Oh, I
order
heard
it,
that.
it says delivery of Friday, November 24th.
I see
So
that
that
too.
sounds
I see that
sweet.
too.
Ooh.
But at
But-
least it's not showing
that's
out of
Amazon,
stock. Right? It's not showing out of stock.
No.
My double insider points purchase was the world map, and when I ordered it, it was
Oh.
on back order, and
Oh.
it said that it would be shipped out January 2nd.
Whoa.
Well,
I know. I got,
got
it.
it.
I already got it.
Oh,
so
good.
it's
That's
fine. And it
crazy,
looks-
though.
So what happened? How come you
It
got it
looks
early?
great.
Through Lego? Was it through Lego?
Through Lego.
Oh. Oh, nice. Yeah,
There it is.
I like it.
Very nice. I
People
like it.
How
a
are
lot.
your
good,
how are
right?
your fingies? Are your fingies
Fingies
okay?
are good. Fingies are good.
Good thinking.
But Lego basically saw my order. They're like, "Oh, this is Rob the Builder guy.
This
Oh,
is the Rob
Yeah.
the Builder.
speed up the order. Speed it
That's
up.
right.
Speed it up." No,
Expedited.
I don't know. I think that it was just like back in stock sooner than they expected. I have no idea.
Oh, good.
I don't know how Lego works as a company. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I got that, and then I think I got I got like the Pirate GWP with that, and then
Mhm.
the
Oh, right.
VIP Halloween pack as well.
Mm,
So was happy
Nice.
about that. Yeah.
Noise.
very, very.
Yeah.
Top nuts. Easy.
How about you, AZ?
I built it already. It wasn't through Lego, but my wife surprised me with the Tranquil
Oh,
Garden.
Yeah,
Costco.
nice,
Because
nice.
because
Right
at
next to the
Costco over
bonsai
here
tree.
it was like $20 off.
Oh, it's in
Yeah, I finally fixed
Costco.
my
That's
bonsai tree.
awesome.
And then
Bandai.
there's the Viking Village waiting there.
Oh.
Okay, very nice.
Oh, and I
Yeah.
see the
Coming,
camera
coming.
too.
Yeah, the other
Disney
Disney
camera.
stuff is still behind there, like the Disney camera, the villain set. What else is in there?
I love it that you have like your boxes on the shelves because like this is where you're gonna visualize that they're gonna fall in. Like, don't even keep buying.
Oh,
until
it's the
it-
place.
it's organized.
The
It's already
place
placed.
setting.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
oh,
like-
we got advent
Well, that's the
calendars, I
thing. It's
guess,
like
Oh, I got an
Yeah,
advent calendar too.
because they went on clearance already at our Costco and they're gone
yeah,
now.
there were a
right?
bunch
Yeah.
of
It wasn't
them.
even
Wow.
November,
It
and
was
you're
gone
like-
within like a week.
Yeah.
I bought the advent calendar and I
Yeah.
bought a Vitamix. Was
Oh,
very
nice.
excited about
Wow,
the
you
Vitamix,
pulled the
people.
trigger for
Let me
that.
tell you. Yeah,
You-
I was
you
more
didn't
excited
pick up
about the
the lumpia?
Vitamix. No.
Rip.
Just the
Always
Vitamix, and it wasn't a grocery run. It wasn't a grocery run. It was just an
Clearly.
advent calendar and Vitamix run.
So you
It's
had a
never
good
a
sale for the
grocery run at
Vitamix. I've
Costco.
always wanted one, and I'm always
Always
watching when they have
changes.
like their demo,
There's
but I've never quite gotten one.
there was a deal. It was like $100 off, and then it also came with two.
Protein powder things.
No. They're like long like
Oh, the
cups, the
cylinder-
big
yes.
cups
Yeah,
with
yeah,
a
two
straw,
cups.
like a
Mhm.
a metal straw.
Yes.
or
Oh,
whatever.
nice.
Yes, it was very nice.
Yeah, no, I still have a good blender that I feel like I needed to die before I could,
Go to the
say
Vitamix.
could
Yeah.
buy a Vitamix. Like
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for it to die.
Oh, it's a mixer.
Yeah, it'll make
I
it
never
out.
felt like
smoothie.
such an adult, I was walking out of Costco and like I had my Lego in one hand and the Vitamix in the other.
Yep,
I
that's-
felt like
That's
Will
hilarious.
Ferrell in Step Brothers when he goes to buy the toilet paper. He's like, yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Adulting.
advent calendars are also on sale on Lego. So
Oh,
the
really?
Star Wars
Oh.
advent calendar is typically $44.99 US dollars. It is currently $40.49 on the Lego
Oh, okay.
website. Amazon has it.
That's my ambassador right
Uh,
there. It's my ambassador.
Amazon has it down to $35.99
Oh,
for the Star Wars advent calendar,
That's
down
good.
from $44.99.
yeah.
So that's about around the same price as the rest of the advent calendars: Harry Potter,
Wow, yeah.
Avengers,
But they've
and
they're
creeped up
all
last
on
year,
sale.
man. Creeped up so much because of the branding that they have, like the
Well, how much
Yeah.
were they before?
Before, like when I started buying them, I don't know, almost 10 years ago, right? That's
Canadian
when they started having them.
prices.
Canadian prices. It was like $30. So it's probably like $24 US. And now that 30 went up to 39 a couple of years ago, and legit, like in our Barnes and Noble equivalent, it's $60.
Jeez.
$59.99. So $59.99 at our
Wow.
Indigo bookstore, but in Costco they were selling them for $49.99 Canadian, and it went on clearance for $39.99, which was like pricing, the regular pricing from about when they originally came out. So if you can still find them at a Costco, I think it still takes it down a notch, a little bit
Mhm.
more. And like Nick says, it's completely gone because a friend of ours was looking for the Marvel, so we're trying to help her buy it. But I could have sworn in the past years when it's like nobody's buying it, either people start picking at the boxes, unfortunately, like they're perforated, so that's not cool.
Yeah.
But I've seen them like in the past, like clearance Costco, $29.99. But you're
Yeah.
like slim pickings and damaged boxes, and
Mm.
like people are mean on Costco.
You
They're
have
bad.
the missing Darth
Yeah,
Vader.
the missing Darth Vader. They found which hole it was, like which date.
That's crazy.
18.
Oh
Right.
wow.
Yeah. But yeah, I think
Dude,
Costco.
that's
See,
tough.
Costco. Sure, Bricks a Lot says only Costco have the Harry Potter left.
Mm.
Mm.
So,
Hmm.
and if anything,
Costco
I feel
deals
like
though, they're solid.
they're
Their
solid.
Lego deals, they're really solid.
But I feel
saw
like that
someone-
hair. Yeah, go ahead.
I saw someone post a picture of they had the buildable Chewy at Costco.
At Costco.
Oh.
Yeah, like $120 maybe, something like that.
Wow.
Originally 200.
Really.
That's the thing with
Oh.
different Costco's too. Like they will carry it, but of course your local Costco might not have it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you may
yeah.
have to go like to another town. Or
Mhm.
actually, what I found out is if you actually go to Costco online, they'll carry
They
the
might have
same
it.
deals.
But it's a little
Mm.
bit more pricey for us, like a couple of dollars
Mm.
more whenever I do online, because I don't know, you have to have a threshold for order, but still, so
Mm.
they already build it in the costs. So even groceries, each
Gotcha.
item is like at least $2-3 more than going to your actual on-site, right?
Oh,
So
really?
Costco for life, though. I want
Costco.
the Costco.
You
I want
know-
the Costco sweatshirts.
Well,
I
the
saw-
Kirkland, they sell Kirkland
Kirkland.
sweatshirts.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes,
Do they
that's what
really?
I've seen.
Peop-
Yeah,
dude.
Totally.
Yeah, kids are starting
was-
to sport it
so
now
funny.
too. It's like, yo,
One of my
Yeah.
brother's friends, she
a birthday
didn't-
theme, Costco
she, well,
birthday.
no, she
theme.
didn't
I've
know
seen
she didn't know what Kirkland was. She didn't know what Kirkland was.
Oh.
And I was like, "You don't know what Kirkland is?" And she's like, "I have no idea." And I was like, "Well, so they make like clothes and they make alcohol and they
Which
make
one
golf
did they make?
clubs and they make peanut butter and they make
Everything.
You
She's
want
like-
cultured swine? They make everything at Costco.
Everything.
Come on, hot dogs.
Yeah, Kirkland,
Hot dogs.
everything.
Yeah,
Kirkland.
it's great. I love Kirkland.
Toilet
I got
paper
Kirkland
is even a little bit thicker
kombucha.
than Cottonelle.
Kirkland kombucha.
Is it really?
Yeah,
I
bro.
literally have been drinking Kirkland kombucha all month long. All month. I've got empty bottles of Kirkland kombucha.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're like everywhere, all over my apartment. There aren't any in this room though. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's
That's all
fine.
you get the free samples of, dude, is all their Kirkland stuff.
Oh yeah, the testables. That's what I
Yeah,
would call
the
them as
test-
a.
yeah, the
That's what I would call them as a. When I was a little
Start
kid, when I was a
calling that.
little kid, and I would go to Costco with my parents,
Yeah.
I would imagine, like a 6-year-old me walking around Costco saying, "Hey, mom, where are the testables?
Yeah.
Where I want some testables." And they would laugh,
That's
and I would
cute.
know why.
Get another one.
Get another. You know what that
another-
means? Steal.
But if
Deal.
the parent
Steal.
if the parent isn't there, they ask the kid, "Where's your parent?" Right? Like they can't just give it to the kid, so they're like,
Oh,
they have to. Yeah.
steal.
Anyhow, yeah.
I don't know. Back in the day, I felt like it was pretty chill.
Mhm.
Yeah. you
Maybe
just go
now,
Yeah,
maybe
now.
now it's like
I guess with like allergies and things, I think they are
Oh, right.
coming
Makes
around.
sense.
You know.
that's fair.
Peanuts.
So
They-
I've
they-
heard. It's,
They probably had issues in the
Yeah.
past. We're just like, yeah, we can't just give it to random kids who don't
Yeah.
know their own allergies.
yeah, yeah. Oh my god, that kid's
That'd
dying.
be
But
the
like, it's like
worst.
vultures, you
That's
know, when you
true.
have those testicles. I love how you say that.
The
But people are
testicles,
just
yeah.
vultures, and then as soon as the pizza's out, everybody's hands are like coming to
Oh.
grab
All
it.
over the place.
You're like,
Yep.
have you
Yeah.
guys not been fed ever in your life? But like, yeah, it's pretty. It's a fight.
Free stuff.
Vultures.
Yeah, pizzas, the chicky nuggies, those go for the or the
Mm.
popcorn chicken. That goes
Popcorn
that goes heckin' fast.
When I was in Chicago, the Costco there had meat souvlaki's, like in packages from Kirkland. We don't have that here. I was like intrigued by it, and it was a huge bag for like $10. I wish I could buy them and drive them back, but I'm like, I don't have a cooler. Where am I gonna like put this in the hotel? Things were running in my head, but I would love to see that.
You just buy a Kirkland cooler.
Yeah, that's true.
They make those.
Across the border,
They
what do you have to declare?
Kirkland cooler, Kirkland golf clubs,
Kirkland, yeah,
Kirkland
meats.
vodka
Everything.
meats.
We have the meats.
Totally. So,
Oh my-
Halloween's coming up. Anybody has plans for
Yeah,
Halloween?
I was about to ask, are your Halloween festivities over, or are you still look? Because for me, they're basically over, even though Halloween is on Tuesday.
Our
on
oldest-
Tuesday, ain't
Oh,
it?
because people
In
you
it?
guys do it on the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Our
like
oldest-
I,
our oldest
I
had his party last night. You had your party last night.
I did my celebrating, and
Yeah.
so for me, it feels like Halloween is already done.
Done.
I'm ready to pay rent. I'm like,
You're not gonna
I'm ready to go. Where's the first
stream
What's
like
the
you're not gonna
first?
stream like that? Halloween
Um,
stream?
Maybe I'll do a Halloween stream. I didn't even think about that. Maybe I'll do that.
Good idea.
You're not gonna give out
do that.
candy on Tuesday?
Well, that was the other thing that I don't really know. I mean, there are some kids in my apartment complex, but I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I was gonna actually
This
call
is
the
your
leasing
first
office.
Halloween there.
Yeah. I was gonna call the leasing office and be
Ah.
like, "Are there kids that trick or treat
Yeah.
here? I don't know." So
Yeah, because in my mom's
see.
condo, she'll just bring the box of chocolate down at the concierge, and then I think they like set it up for whoever kid comes, right? And then,
okay,
I don't know
yeah,
how
They don't do a
It would be
trick or
fun.
trunk in the
I would
parking
like
lot?
to. I have no idea. I'll have to figure it out. I would like to pass out some candy. I think that would be fun.
Do it as Ted Lasso.
Dude, it's Ted Lasso. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sauce packets.
I will be at the Oogie Boogie Bash, which is at
Ooh,
Disney California
cool.
Adventure
Ooh,
Oh my
on
God.
Halloween.
Awesome.
On Halloween.
Jealous.
Jealous.
Look at
What, is this
that.
going to be your costume, or are we going to get another costume?
An Oogie
from-
Boogie?
It'll likely get another costume.
Nice.
Oh, very
Likely
Nice.
get another costume.
Do tell
Have you
Ricky
done it
Bell.
before?
What
They,
are
they
you going to
can't be
be?
character accurate, Rob. You know, it's too.
No, you
character
can't.
No. You
accurate.
can for
You can.
Oogie Boogie
Oh,
Bash.
can you really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Oh, I
can. It's like
didn't
the
know
only
that.
time that you can. That and running marathons.
Yes,
That's the only
running
times that
marathon.
you can
Or any of
dress up.
their specialty nights. So like
Oh,
I was
right,
able to
right,
wear
right.
one of my
That's
my
interesting.
my X-wing pilot cosplay for Star Wars night
Oh, nice.
last year.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like May 4th.
Yeah.
I realized. So my younger brother got into the Disney college program, which is very exciting in
Ooh.
Orlando, and my older brother already works for Disney. So I was like, oh well, I'll go
How come you
to.
didn't follow suit there?
I'll-
How come you're the outlier your brother?
I'm better than them. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
no, I'm kidding. But I
It's
realized
like,
they'll
how come
both
you're
be
not a
there.
nurse?
Your brothers are nurses, your uncles are nurses, your
Happened to
aunties.
you.
But they'll both be there for May 4th. So I
Oh,
was like,
cool.
I'll go down there and visit you guys during May 4th and we can go to the
That would
park.
be awesome.
So I'm very excited for that. But
Nice.
wait, so do tell Ricky Bell, what's your costume gonna be?
Yeah.
I think
Will
I'm
you
gonna
tell us?
go. I'm just gonna go like as a Sith. I have like a Sith tunic, and
Mm.
I'm gonna bring my lightsaber and whatnot. I wanted to do something Marvel themed because Galaxy's Edge is over on the Disneyland side here in California, and then Avengers Campus is at
Oh yeah.
California Adventure. So I want to do something Marvel themed. I have a Marvel costume on deck just in case I change my mind last minute, but we'll see. I think I really want to walk around with a lightsaber. So
How far are you from well, you don't need to say that on the
no,
internet.
I mean I don't mind. I mean it's like about without traffic. Like if there was like no cars on the road, I could probably get there in half an hour.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I wanna
That's
be one day.
awesome.
Have you
Yeah.
been to the Oogie Boogie party before, or this is like the
I
first
have-
year?
I
Oh,
have
cool.
not.
Oh,
I've always
cool.
wanted to. I've always wanted to. I heard they
Yeah.
give out like hella candy. They have like really
Yeah.
good like Halloween themed food that they
Like 10 pounds
sell.
worth of candy.
I was
Yeah.
just
That's
Zach got 10
exciting.
pounds worth of candy at the Disney World equivalent,
Disney World one, yeah.
oh yeah.
which I think they also do at Oogie Boogie Bash. And then they have all sorts of like special character meet and greets that I know Disney World doesn't have. People like Ernesto de la Cruz from Coco,
Oh, nice.
Lord of the
Yeah.
Rings,
Oh, that's
Sid,
cool.
from Toy Story.
Sid. Ooh,
yeah.
Great
the
villain.
big one.
Yeah.
Finally came.
Yeah, so all sorts of really cool like meet and greets and stuff that you can walk by and take video or pictures with them and whatnot. But Ernesto de la Cruz is what I'm really
That's
excited to
awesome.
see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
he looks
one's
cool.
That's cool.
I don't think they
That's
really
really
developed Coco so much in Disney World, eh? Like I know there's a Mexico at the Epcot area, but I feel like
Yeah.
I haven't really seen
No, I
much.
haven't even. Yeah,
Which
the
is too bad
last
'cause I
couple of
love
times
that
that we've been
movie.
there, I haven't even.
Mm,
No.
noticed.
There's actually, if you go to God, what you call it, their main building there, they actually, the last time we went there, they have a Coco setup, like all
Oh, okay.
the little Easter eggs, the story, and then they have in the middle they have a the Coco statue.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
No, I haven't seen that. That's cool.
Nice.
And I don't know, this is a bit random because you're talking Disneyland and I'm more familiar with Disney World. Years ago they used to have the Star Wars races. And I've never done that. And I feel like I heard like the Star Wars villains are
the
in
running,
Disney
the
World.
running.
Yeah, racing,
running.
like marathon.
I was like pod racing. What are
Pod
we
racing,
talking
races,
about?
races.
They do pod
Because
races.
I've only been to Disneyland once in my life. Like we have so many relatives in California, but we just live so close, like closer to Florida. That
You
it's
mean
been
like
our go-to.
characters along the race to
Yeah, but
pose
like,
with?
but,
get
but I
pictures with?
heard like you have villains in
Okay.
Disneyland, I think, and then the heroes, the
Oh.
Star Wars heroes in Disney
Disney
World.
World.
Okay.
And then if you do
Interesting.
both of those races in 1 year, it's like some sort of intergalactic extra medal you got. And I was
Yeah,
all
it's a
about
challenge.
hardware.
Cool.
Yeah,
But I
they still
don't
do
know if-
something like that, but not for Star Wars.
Oh,
It's
yeah, that's
called
too bad.
running coast to coast. And
Running
it's
coast
like
to
if
coast,
you
but
do
it's not Star Wars anymore.
No, it's like if you do the half
Mm.
marathon in both parks, then you get a third medal or something,
Oh, okay,
something like
okay,
that.
okay.
It's crazy.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Also, Fred, I was just talking last night with Ross about the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland.
Mhm.
They do a special thing during Halloween as well, right? It's like
They
the
do. So they
Nightmare
switch it
Before
up
Christmas.
to the Night Before Christmas. So they did. They started
Oh.
around the beginning of September, and it goes all the way through like about the beginning of January.
Yeah,
Wow.
And so
the
it's a
Christmas
whole
holiday, yeah.
overlay of Nightmare Before Christmas
that's so
on.
cool. I would
the Haunted
love to
Mansion.
see that.
Oh.
I would
And
love
it
to
is
see that.
I have to
awesome.
visit
I
before
want to go to
January.
Disney
Dan.
World in Halloween.
Hmm.
Maybe I'll take
If you love Nightmare Before
What?
Christmas, like
On
this
Tuesday?
is
Yeah.
this
But
is
that's it's only at Disneyland. It's only at
Oh,
Disneyland that
only
they do it.
Disneyland.
Only at
Yeah.
Disneyland. They don't do it at Disney World.
Yeah.
Now you got to fly to
I gotta fly.
California on Tuesday.
I'm already looking when Halloween is next year. Oh, it's on a
I think I'm
Thursday.
off Christmas
That's
week.
Well,
weird. Why is
that's the thing.
Halloween on a
It's all
Thursday?
through. No, it's all through January.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
it's from
because it's Nightmare
September
Before
to the beginning of
Christmas.
January.
Oh.
So it's
they're
both
celebrating
holidays.
both. Yeah, they're celebrating both Halloween and Christmas in that overlay. That's why they
Oh,
Oh,
keep it
because
from
it's
yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
I
got
love
it.
that. That's a great idea.
Right?
Disney World needs, yeah.
Because I mean, Christmas at Disney World, or I guess
I've been to
Halloween in
Christmas
Disney
at
World
Disney
starts in July, and then Christmas starts in September.
Yeah.
So
that
that's
makes
like
sense.
I feel like that's one of the
Mm,
pure, like, actual correct
yeah,
ways that they
time frame.
celebrate. Yeah, time
yeah.
frame. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a good.
I wish that they did it at Disney World because I definitely go there more.
Yeah.
But hot take, like, and I think it's because I don't go to Disneyland as much. I actually like Disneyland more.
That's
It's
what we're
just more
hearing.
compact. Everything is, like nice and right there within walking distance. It's great.
Zach says that, but
It's great.
to me, I like Disney World better.
Yeah, it's the wow factor again.
So it's
I
like the
grew
other
up in
way
Disney
around.
World.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I've
very
been to
interesting.
Disneyland so many
Yeah.
times.
yeah.
And I've been
that-
to Disney World so many times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when I go,
Mm.
I've been to
That's
Disney
so
World
funny.
twice.
You like the
It's
other
like I
one.
like the whole like
Bigger.
different themes and like
Yeah.
Epcot just being by itself. All the
Mhm.
countries and then you
Mhm.
go to Hollywood Studios for another thing. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I'm biased. I've never been to Disney World, but I think
Well, come on.
just
We'll
on
make
the
it a
mere
trip next Halloween.
just on the mere fact that I know this is from people that have been to both, where Disneyland is the locals park and Disney World is the tourists
The
park.
tourists. Yeah, sure.
I still feel like
Yeah.
just the how casual my Disneyland visits can be, and I get to see some of the
Yeah.
same people
Yeah.
and whatnot, and see that it is more locals than tourists.
Yeah.
I still feel like, and again, maybe I'm just biased, but I still feel like Disneyland would still be the would be the one for me. I mean,
Go-to.
obviously, I'd have a damn good time at Disney World,
For sure.
but I don't know if I could.
They don't
I don't know
have
if I-
college
if I
program
would
at
have-
Disneyland, right?
They do.
Oh, they do? Oh, I
Yeah.
thought they didn't. Oh.
Then I don't know if I would go as far as if I lived in Florida, have a pass there. But I mean, here at Disneyland, it's just one of those. Hey, I'm bored. I wonder if I
Do
can
you
get
have
a
a
res.
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah.
Do you,
And I just go.
Nice.
Oh.
You know, sometimes I'll just
Do you-
go get a. I mean, AZ's witnesses before. I'll just go get a churro. Like I'll be,
Yep.
I love it.
get a churro, get on a
Love
ride,
that.
and then come back, and then
I
get
love
back,
that.
get
Yeah.
back on Destiny. And AZ's like, hey, what's
That's
up?
awesome.
Where you been?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I just went to get a churro.
I
From
went to
Disneyland.
get a churro.
Disney, suck it.
Yeah. I went to
Also,
go grab
are you-
dinner at
Are you in
Disneyland.
the annual pass holder Facebook group
Oh, I want that.
on Facebook?
I refuse.
Dude,
Oh.
it's
I
so
refuse.
funny, bro. Okay, I gotta send you a
Link.
bunch of pictures that were posted on
Oh my god.
hilarious.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
hilarious.
that's the reason why some of the people in there are the reasons why the cast members call a decent amount of the pass holders pass holes.
Oh,
Yeah. Whenever someone posts something and they're like, "Oh, like, you know, we did this or whatever and this happened," I always just comment like, "The magic is dead. Magic is dead. It's all dead. Don't go. Let's just go to
Oh my
Universal. Switch our annual passes."
So
not worth
you,
it.
it sounds like each of you guys went as a kid. Where your parents like took you guys as a kid. Were they really ever like really cheap with you guys? Did you guys ever take like Filipino food in there with you? Like you had like food in
You
the
would,
in the
right?
trunk, or you had like,
Well,
or like your parents never
No.
buy you the merch, or like you really wanted like a toy and you never got, like you wanted a balloon, you never got it. Like what were
I
some
think
really,
my parents were
really
realistic.
overly Filipino things that happened
mean-
during your trips?
It's
I
funny because
can't-
my
I can't
mom
hit
just
on it
looked
too
at me
much,
and
so-
just laughing.
No.
Someone else go. My parents were pretty fair about it. Like I feel like we would get like one toy. And if we wanted another or whatever, they'd be like, "Well, you already got one." I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew I had
Um,
limits, there's only
yeah.
so much that I could bother. Like, so, but that's the thing. It's like, we would drive to Florida when I was little. My uncle, my mom's brother, lived right a few miles out of the parks. So we would stay with him. He was right at Kissimmee, but my dad loved to long drive. So he would, just take us on summer breaks and we would be there for a couple of weeks. For March breaks, we'd also fly down, me and my mom, because again, my uncle just lives there and that's like my mom's closest brother. So I grew up kind of like with Disney World as always an event to go, but part of it is the reunion with my tito, right? More or less. And he is an annual pass holder. Like I always dreamt that I want to hold a Disney World pass holder, but you have to be legit a Florida resident. You could never be a non-resident. And so, but my growing up, my mom worked for FedEx. And so a long time ago, they would sell tickets, Disney tickets. 10 is the maximum you can buy in any given point. And FedEx was Disney's partner. And so I guess the employees would get it at such a discounted price. And it was like park hoppers all included and it never expired. So my mom and dad would always buy 10 at a go because we would go during the year, maybe once, maybe twice. And we wouldn't go necessarily to all 4 parks any given time or 3 parks, but just casually, like we have these tickets on the go and just go as whenever we visit, and they never expired. And even when rules change a little bit more, they honored those old tickets.
Your
And
grandfather?
now I wish that I kept one of those tickets because they look like just like a ticket, like a, what's it called, like a paper.
Yeah, I thought you
stub.
had one in your-
Perforated,
in your
it's like a
album.
stub. Exactly. I don't know if I did, maybe. But in terms of same like Rob, like I couldn't bug my parents too much for things. If I had some like birthday money or Christmas money, I take that and I'm free to spend that. But I was also kuripot. And sometimes, you know what I mean? Like if you can get away with like asking your mom to get you something versus you spending out of your pocket. But I knew I couldn't push my parents so much. Like you already got something. You
I
don't
think
need this.
the one thing that I was just looking up was I feel like my parents would get like the deals, so they would do like the Disney dining plan where like the meals are included kind of thing more than anything. So I guess it's kind of the Filipino coming out, looking for the best
Yeah.
deal possible.
with ours growing up, we did do the whole, like, I remember when the first times we went to Disneyland, the whole my dad and my aunt will be preparing those sandwiches.
Yeah.
Spam
Sandwiches
sandwiches.
to
Amazing.
no sandwiches to
Amazing.
bring it, like chicken salad sandwiches and
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. And
yeah,
then the
yeah.
funny thing is we'll do that, but my early memories of Disneyland as a teenager is we never did eat at like your normal
Mm,
restaurants there. It was always like the little snacks here and there,
yes, yes.
right?
Quick
But
takeouts.
when we asked for something like something else, like a shirt, sweater, or whatever, they're more than happy to get it for us.
Mhm.
But
It's
with
a
the food thing,
souvenir.
yeah,
Yeah.
but with the food thing, it's the other way around. It's
Yeah.
like,
We
no,
have bought one.
we have baon, we have our sandwich there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. That was
That's
us too.
That's
That was us
awesome.
too. Like if it was clothing items, they were totally down. They're about it. It's something that will last, a couple
Yeah.
years or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It always get a slightly oversized so that you can
Mhm.
wear it for
You'll
Yeah,
grow-
yeah,
you'll
yeah.
grow
You can
into
wear
it.
it.
Bigger size.
right. You'll
Yep.
grow into it, right?
Yep.
And then like it could never be something like a temporary thing, like a balloon or something like that. If I asked for like something
Oh,
more,
Yeah.
whatever that would probably last a
Interesting.
while, then
I
it'd be
like
like,
that,
all right, cool. And then with food, like we would have spam sandwiches, like spam and pandesal, like
Yep.
yeah, in there,
Yeah.
and then my grandparents. I remember one time they and my mom too brought hard boiled eggs, so like
Oh.
it smelled when they freaking ate them. It smelled like somebody freaking farted at freaking Disneyland. And so they did that. They had all these different snacks, and it wasn't until like maybe dinner, like when absolutely we've exhausted all of like our
Mhm.
our
Your
baon,
resources.
of our resources, that we'd finally sit down at a restaurant and like actually eat like dinner.
Inside
Like, I was
Disney
like,
or outside? Because
Inside-
ours was
inside,
outside. We would go
Inside.
in a
Oh.
restaurant outside.
It was like
That's
the
so
one
funny.
time, the one meal that we would have in the park that we would have. But like Disney food has gotten so much better since
yeah.
then. Like
Mhm,
yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Even
it's gotten
gluten-free options, right?
so much
Because-
gluten-free options,
yeah.
healthy
Yeah.
options, and just really tasty options and really
Mhm.
diverse options. So
Diverse, exactly.
The food and wine
um,
festivals are great, especially when we didn't
Yes.
even plan it. When we got to Disney World last year, we were like, "Oh, it's
Around
the food and
October,
wine
right?
festival."
Yes, yes,
yeah, it was
Epcot.
October to November or something,
Okay.
and we were
okay.
like, we enjoyed it because you get to like,
different.
especially around Epcot,
Yes.
it was like you got to try different,
yes.
even more different dishes that they
Yeah.
already offered.
Yeah.
But
I
even
ran
just
the,
comparing, just even comparing, like when the first time we went there in 2017 on the same Chinese restaurant that we ate at, compared it to the one that we got last year, we were like, wow, this is better and like bigger servings, the quality of it and stuff like that.
yeah,
So
yeah. No, my last race was 2016, my last half marathon, and that was at the
Mhm.
Food and Wine at Epcot.
Mm,
And they
yeah.
do races so well at Disney, but after you
So great.
race, you come back at the end at nighttime, and they open it to all the participants, and it's like a food bash, right? Like you
Oh,
can
that's cool.
try
I didn't know
like
that.
like this amazing beef stew at France that's like in,
I would
in
do that.
red wine. It was such an amazing race. So I would do that again. But again, I don't know how races have shifted, but they do. Disney does a lot of things very, very well.
Hmm.
Races, food.
Disneyland's or California Adventures Food and Wine Festival includes local like dishes. So obviously with Epcot, you have different, international dishes,
Mhm.
but they've started to include like Mexican dishes, Filipino dishes,
Filipino, yep.
Korean dishes.
What
with-
Filipino stuff have they?
Well, like they've definitely had like lumpia. They've had adobo.
Yeah, the adobo. Yeah, they had the
Really?
adobo.
Awesome.
We missed
Yeah.
out.
Disney
They've had-
adobo.
They've had.
Mhm.
It's
I
good.
bet
It's not
really
like
good.
Yeah.
it's good.
Oh, it's not
good.
really good.
It's not like your typical like mom's adobo or like
Yeah.
your adobo.
Because they have
but-
to make it gourmet, right? Appealing to everybody
Right.
and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
So, but they'll do things. Yeah, they'll do like tamales, like and stuff like that for Mexican, and like they'll do like kimchi and like kalbi for
Korean.
the Koreans. It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really
I
cool.
Go to Disney now.
It's really good. Like their food and wine festival. They also do one for the festival of the holidays, and they'll do like things like that. Well, which is really 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 tasty. So
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really
They had
looking
one
forward to that.
recently, actually. That was after we visited Disneyland when we discovered this local Filipino spot by Anaheim. I think I told Fred about this. The Lola's something
Ooh.
kitchen or something like that.
Anything Lola is
Yeah,
delicious.
yeah, I was gonna
And
say,
then
you name it
Lola
Lola,
knows.
it's gotta be
the funny
really
thing
good.
is, the funny thing is on the counter they had the Filipino statue, wooden statue thing. If you know what I'm
Oh,
talking
the
about,
barrel man?
Yeah,
Mm,
Oh, the
Uh,
barrel man.
yeah, the barrel man there.
man.
But
That's
what do you
something that we
call
can't
this?
describe on
Yeah, on
online, but
YouTube.
just if you're watching, just look up Filipino
Filipino
barrel man,
You get a
and you'll
surprise.
understand why we can't
You'll
talk
get a
about it more
surprise.
than just what it is.
But
Don't get
But-
too close to it when you open up the barrel.
And it's not to eat.
Poke out an eye.
but when we got home, that's when we saw a post that during the Food and Wine thing over at California Adventure, they had the chef from that restaurant.
Oh,
doing a demo.
wow. Oh, that's
So I don't know
awesome.
how
That's so
yeah, I don't know if
cool.
that's the first thing or what, but or
I
the
wanna
first
live
time
in
they've done
Disney.
that. But it was cool, you
They
know,
make that
that they have that not just showcasing the food, but actually showcasing the chef and them cooking
Mhm.
right there. And if I recall, he actually cooked like a really traditional food, not just your regular adobo. Or I think it was like
Mhm.
laing or something
Oh.
like that. It was
Oh my
like
God.
it
Has
was
like
like
a
totally
spinach, right?
traditional. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
but yeah, so it's
That's
cool that
cool.
they're trying to showcase a lot more
That's
of those
cool.
stuff.
Are your girls gonna go trick or treating?
They well, my wife was thinking twice about it since it's on a Halloween
Tuesday night.
it's a Tuesday school night.
Yeah.
And I told her
Yeah.
they've done it before, you know, on a school night. And plus I told her we recently just bought them Disney dresses, like the
Where are they gonna wear
princess.
that?
I was like, they have to wear it now before they have their growth spurt
That's
again.
right. That's right.
Right. So I was like, just have them go around for a little bit. And plus, the cool thing is, we're in a newer neighborhood, but now this newer part, before we would go to the older part to get all the trick or treating done because there were more happenings over there. But
Oh, okay.
now some of the happenings are
Closer to home.
occurring over here. So
Yeah.
I can probably just have them go around.
Yeah.
But
For you guys as parents, have you ever done the we ate all of your Halloween candy prank to your kids, waking them up
Well,
the next morning?
It wasn't a prank.
yeah, usually that's what it is.
Damn.
It's usually not a prank. I usually
Where's my
strip out,
chocolate?
like,
Speaking of,
Uh,
are
I
you
thought you didn't like
that?
I thought you didn't like that one.
I thought you hated that one.
You told me you didn't like it.
yeah.
Are there any candies where like your kids don't like them that you do, and you're
It's not
They
that they
give
don't
them
like
to you?
them, but I take all the Reese's.
But
and then
yeah,
they'll
me
know it's in
too.
the freezer.
Reese's?
I
So it's all in the
cannot wait.
freezer. Yeah. They'll
Yes.
be like, "Where's what happened to all my Reese's?" I was like,
And
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know about you guys,
But I
we
have
get
my
a lot of
stash in the
chocolate.
freezer.
Yeah, but like the day after Halloween is the clearance right at Walmart, so I
Right.
like try to go and get all the Reese's as much as possible, but they don't go down to 50% anymore. But a discount Reese is still a discount Reese. So
Yeah.
what are people's favorite chocolate bars growing up?
Fred? Was yours?
Reese's. It was Reese's and Twix.
Twix.
Ooh, betwixt
Betwixt.
betwixt
Don't say
Reese's
that.
It's
and
betwixt.
Twix. I would have to go with Twix.
That's so episode 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Rob still gets a kick out of it. I'll
Me
tell
too.
that joke. I'll
Every time.
use that word for as long as he laughs at it.
That and corned beef 19 are two things that I will never not laugh at. I will never not laugh at because I forget that it's a thing, and then you say it, and it just like reignites the spark of
Yeah.
happiness.
Yeah. Shout out to more. I hope you're feeling better, buddy. Who's got
Yes.
the corned beef?
The corned beef 19.
Making
Yeah.
it
What about you,
sound-
Rob? Favorite candies?
You know, huge chocolate fan for sure. For me, one that two that were not as common, and therefore I think I liked them a little bit more. One was Butterfingers, and
Mm.
two
Like
Bart
was
Simpson.
Crunch bar.
That's mine.
Crunch.
Oh yeah, nice,
Crunch.
nice,
I
nice.
don't see them much.
With the little
That's what I'm
bubbles on the
saying.
back.
That's
I
what I'm
don't
saying.
see-
They're not as they're more rare.
Do they still
So-
exist? Like
You
I
open
don't
the
see
yeah.
it's like a foil.
Yeah.
It's
I
wrapped in
used
a
to-
foil and then
And I used to actually, what I would
bubbles.
do is I would eat the Crunch bar and I would eat every letter except for the R, and I would leave the R for last, and then I would eat the R. So like, just imagine me at my grandma's kitchen table, just
eating
eating
around it.
around the R, and then I get to the R, they're just how
How do you feel about its Rice Krispie brethren Crackle?
Crackle is good, but between the two, I
Betwixt the
would
two.
Betwixt the two.
between the two, I would go with Crunch. The other one is that I really love is Mr. Goodbar.
I love
Oh,
Mr.
Mr.
Goodbar.
Yeah, you
I
can't-
That was my
Mr.
thing. The
Goodbar.
mini
we don't-
Hershey bars.
we don't get
Yeah.
Yes.
It was Mr.
Yeah, the
Goodbar.
mini Hershey bars. Yes.
The Mr. Goodbar, the crispy one, the red. Was it Crackle?
Crackle.
Crackle,
That's
Crackle.
And the dark chocolate one. Those three.
Mm,
I
dark
always
chocolate.
like
What's the
sort
dark
through them. I
What's
would
the
sort
dark
through them,
chocolate?
and they're like pick it up.
Ah.
Dark chocolate and almond joy. I like almond joy now, but those were the two that I would always give to my mom, as because she liked them and I didn't.
Aw.
It's okay, here, mom. Here's the almond joy.
That was always left of all my candy that I've
Almond Joy?
kind of picked through and ate.
Yeah.
Almond Joy and any dark chocolate candies were all that was left in the freaking bag.
And some of like the sweet, like the like Smarties. I wasn't a huge
I
fan of
don't know.
No,
Smarties.
the candy, I
You
don't
know,
like
if
the
you're
candy
giving out
coated.
Smarties for Halloween, you might as well be
Listen,
giving out toothpaste. I don't know. like-
America's
Yeah.
Smarties, Canada's Smarties.
Oh, I've heard there's yeah, they're
Very
different. There's a
nice.
different kinds of Smarties.
Although-
Yes,
because
yes,
we
that's
have-
true.
Because we have Nestle, and I think you guys have Hershey's. That's your background, or
yeah.
something like that. Like
Yeah.
even the
Yeah.
Kit
Is that it?
Kats. So a friend of mine just went across the border, brought a huge bag of like Hershey's, including Kit Kats in it, and it tastes not
Different.
like my Kit Kat.
It tastes different.
It tastes different.
Interesting.
We're, like, eating
I
it,
feel like
we're
it's-
know that.
I
what
feel like
is
it's
this?
sweeter. I feel like it's
Yes,
sweeter
it's extra
in
sweet.
Canada. Kit Kats
Oh,
are
Canada.
sweeter there.
Is it?
Huh.
It's a little bit different.
Yes.
It's just different. I can't. But
Hmm.
you know, again, with so many chocolates, there's so many different flavors, right? That come out. Like there's in Japan, like a matcha Kit Kat. Like they will have like different variations.
Oh,
to
I've
a
seen that
chocolate
actually.
bar,
Yeah,
the strawberry
yeah,
Kit
yeah.
Kats are good
You
too.
know, strawberry
Japan.
Strawberry
Kit
Kit
Kats,
Kat.
exactly.
Japan, yeah.
Green tea Kit Kats. Like they're just
Yeah.
coming out with different flavors depending on.
They had
Word.
so many of those at the
Yes.
the Japan part of Epcot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kit
really?
Kat,
They had
like
them too.
all
Mm.
like that was the all like a
Oh.
whole
I didn't know
wall of
that.
different Kit Kats
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Oh.
flavors. It's crazy.
That's definitely.
But also,
worth-
you guys got
looking
coffee
into.
crisps, which
We
I got
have
a
coffee
good
crisps.
amount. I got a good amount over the weekend at TwitchCon, thanks to my Canadian.
Yeah, there's no coffee crisp there.
coffee.
Do you have any
Oh.
kind of coffee?
What are
Any of-
they?
any-
Coffee
Dude, you
crisp.
need to have a coffee crisp.
a coffee
It'll
crisp.
change
Okay,
your life,
Chicago.
Bob.
We'll
It'll
bring
change your
coffee.
life.
We'll bring you some coffee crisps.
I'll bring it.
It'll
Okay,
change your
please,
life.
please do.
Well, I don't know
please
about
do.
that.
It'll change your
Um,
life.
It'll change your life.
yeah,
It's life changing.
next
It's a
week,
it's a
Friday.
revelation.
What's the red one I like?
the red one.
Crispy or what is it called? Crispy crunch.
I can see it in my head. Crispy Crunch, I think.
Krispy Kreme.
Crispy.
Not
Dude,
Krispy
I-
that
Kreme.
too.
Oh, also,
Yeah.
real
Had that
quick,
last night.
speaking of the difference
That was-
between
that was Fred
Canada
Forsyth.
and the US, Canada's Tim Hortons is like a million times
Original?
better. A million times better.
Original?
Like, obviously, right? But like,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you go there and you try, and it's just like, it's so much better.
Really?
Timmy
What's
Ho's,
better? Like the
I-
Timbits?
the coffee, the donuts, like,
Is
it's
there
just like
Tim's in
everything.
Detroit area?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
and even
In Buffalo there is,
30 minutes
Buffalo.
away, even a 30-minute drive difference is
Oh.
it makes all the difference in the world.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fred and
never
AZ
had Tim
don't know
Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons is our
Yeah.
Timmy
Starbucks.
Ho-Ho's.
It's our
I've heard
homegrown
more or less,
coffee.
I just
It's not our
haven't had it.
Starbucks. It's
I haven't had
It's
it.
it's Dunkin'. It's the
their-
Dunkin'.
It's their Dunkin'
Dunkin'
Donuts.
Dunkin'.
Yeah,
Dunkin'
yeah,
Donuts.
it's
The
our
I mean,
Canadian
we
Dunkin'
barely even have Dunkin' here.
Oh.
Hey,
I,
America
I,
runs
What do you
I
guys have?
prefer
Seattle's
I
best
prefer the
or
Dunkin' Donuts from
Starbucks?
the
What's in
Philippines compared to
California?
over here. It's
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts is not great.
It's not the
Yeah.
best.
No.
No, it's just here as far as donuts are concerned. It's just like the mom and pop stuff. Like that's what I'll see more often than anything. I mean, obviously there's there's a Krispy Kreme.
You liked the Krispy
Occasionally.
Kreme earlier. I just commented.
I went to Krispy Kreme last night.
Yeah, it's like a
Um,
Halloween Krispy Kreme donuts he got.
Oh, that's
Dude.
right. I saw those. Yeah, that looked good.
We
It was
have one location
good.
here of Krispy Kreme, Mississauga. It's been here for over 20 years.
Is that our only Krispy Kreme?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't
I
know
think
that.
there's like one like East Toronto, but like that's one, or they sell it at a Walmart, like already pre-boxed, so not
Oh,
fresh.
Yeah.
But the lineup at our Krispy Kreme is always insane. Like even now, I passed
Really?
it this morning, and it's like jam in sight lineup. And
Yeah.
so I miss Krispy Kreme. I love seeing them bob in the oil. Like that's like delicious. They plop in, and when they first opened, they were giving you like freebies. Like you just go in and you inhale 2, and you're like, I think I'm good.
Gateway.
But I
You
didn't
just
even
gotta-
realize. Oh my gosh!
You just gotta
it's so
suck
good.
it up. You just gotta suck it up and go down and go inside.
Go down.
inside.
Go down and go
Go
inside.
Go
But
down.
Yeah.
that's my point. Even going down, when I looked inside the store, it was like full in there. I'm like, oh my god.
Nah, fam, that line has more bark than it has bite. Like it's real
You're there
quick.
for
It's
the
mostly
freebies.
well,
Yeah.
most people are there just to get like a really quick, like, hey, I have 2 dozen. Hey, I'll just have 1 dozen.
Yeah.
Like it's just like a really
Me,
quick,
imagine
like
original.
Yeah.
they're just they
Boom,
just
boom,
want the
boom.
glazed
Melt
donuts and
in
that's
your
it. Just
mouth.
boom, 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 boom. Like
Melt.
it'll occasionally
Go
have
down.
like the people who are like trying to look at like
Boom,
what the
boom,
specialty
boom.
ones or whatever. But
Mhm.
most of them are just like, just give me 2 dozen of your regular glaze and like they're in and out of
Energy.
there.
Delicious. Do you
Yeah,
guys
but
drink coffee with the donuts? Is that a thing?
Mhm.
Always.
Yeah, but like I
Coffee.
said, it's funny because when you talk about the Tim Hortons being better in Canada, with me, like I said
It's
earlier,
true.
Dunkin' Donuts, to me, my experience was a whole lot better in the Philippines.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
when I-
interesting.
The first time I had Dunkin' Donuts here, I was like, "What is
It's
this?"
so bitter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, "Where's
It's
the
bitter. Yeah,
they had
that's a
the-
really great way of putting it.
there's the flavor from a type of donut that they had in the Philippines, that the peanut butter chocolate something. I forgot what it's called.
Ooh.
And I kept looking for it here when I first visited the Dunkin' Donuts here. I was
They
like,
didn't.
this. I was like, this is a fake Dunkin' Donuts. I was like,
Yeah,
where's
yeah,
That's
yeah.
how it is,
Where's
dude.
this
It's because like,
flavor?
the Philippines and things like that, like other countries, they're not
Different.
using they're using actual sugar in their stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actual sugar.
Yeah,
It's not like
Not
you know.
simulated.
Seriously.
So like
Simulated sugar.
their stuff is always, or I don't care about like people's health, dude. They'll grease up all of their stuff like anywhere, like Filipino, just chicken, like even just Chicken Joy is
Oh, I know.
different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Totally
Where it's like
different. It's more
they're greasing it up over there in the Philippines, and here
Yeah.
it's still fairly ish greasy, but not nearly
There's
as
more,
flavorful
guidelines.
as not nearly as flavorful as it's
Yeah.
like even like for us, like we grew up here in Southern California talking about Mexican Coca-Cola, right?
Yeah,
There's a
for
difference.
sure.
There's a difference
Talk about
between
that in Michigan too.
right. Well, I'm sure you guys did, but it's like one of those things like with your burrito, you had to have the bottled Mexican
sweeter.
Coke.
Yeah,
And it's like sweeter because they're using actual like cane like sugar
yeah.
Yeah,
as opposed to
sugar
like
cane.
the Coke that you'll get here. So it's like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dude, all these countries are doing all these
Interesting.
different things. And,
Yeah.
and, like even just with Canada, like again, like just a difference in candies. Like you guys probably get
Yeah.
a different mix of candies.
We also
What's your
we're-
favorite? You haven't said your favorite.
Yeah, we're still very Commonwealth, right? So we also get a lot of Cadburys, like from
Cadbury,
the UK, I guess. So that's like
Mm.
a huge market here as well. But my favorite, I don't know if it's in the US, is Wonder Bar.
No, what's
Wonder
It's
Bar.
Spelled
Never
W-
heard. What's Wonder Bar?
WUNDERBAR, and it's like it's almost like if you
How
guys
do you
have Mr.
describe
Big.
it?
You guys have Mr. Big too?
Yeah, they have Mr. Big.
Mr. Big, yeah. What's
So
I don't
it's
think-
not as wafery. So it's there's caramel in it, and there's like I don't know peanut filling, like peanut filling chocolate. Like
No,
it's just
yeah.
so
Yeah, there's like a
good.
peanut crunch in there.
I can get one upstairs right now and just start eating it here if you want. Like when
Yeah. We would love
I-
to,
I
you
love
know,
different.
just shove it in our face. We eating candy. And she's gone.
AZ, what about you?
Oh, like favorite chocolate?
Candies.
Favorite candies? Well, like I
Halloween
said, like
candies.
the mini Hershey ones, Reese's in the freezer. One thing that I always have my wife hide, because if I get to it, I just keep like eating it like chips. Regular Kisses. Because once
Oh,
I,
okay.
especially when she gets
Oh.
like the big bags, it's like I
Wait, is
can't.
it-
It's like I can't stop. I have to hide it because I
My-
just keep popping them.
My hairstylist, she has Hershey's Kisses
Oh, here you
with
go.
like
Hang on.
a pretzel a pretzel on the inside and
Oh, that's the one I
caramel.
like. Crispy
Oh
crunch.
my
I know.
gosh. I go to get my
Oh.
haircut just for those.
This is from Costco. Thank you, Costco. 18 full size
Whoa.
bars for
Jeez.
$11 clearance.
Oh my
And
yes,
Wonder
none
Bar.
of those are here.
dangerous, bro.
None of those are here.
This
That is
guy. So
dangerous.
None of
Cadbury.
those.
Cadbury is
Never
like an
seen-
English.
I-
An English.
I've heard
I
of
don't
Cadbury.
recognize any of those.
Yes. And this is my absolute favorite. Oh my god. When Price Club used to
Wunderbar.
carry, Price Club used to carry just
This is
just
the one I like.
a box full of these, you know, like
I like
nowadays
Crispy
Costco will have to
Crunch.
carry Costco carries like, you know, multi bars, like multi-package bars like
Mr.
this.
Big.
But when I was growing up, they would carry just the wholesale boxes and it would just be 24 pieces of Wonder Bar. And my parents would buy me all the time Wonder Bars and I would just
Wow.
eat it anytime. I was a
I had a
I was a
Mr.
healthy
You didn't even
girl.
have to wait for Halloween.
so I'll
Unbelievable.
open it and it's already caramelly,
Oh gosh.
caramelly.
But
Like
then it gets stuck in your teeth.
it does. So this was a bit melty. This is actually
Yeah.
too melty for me. So it's melty.
So the
But when you-
outside is caramel.
The outside is chocolate, and then you have a layer of caramel
it's-
right away, right under the
Oh.
chocolate. If you're going to like
It's
do
just a
the
little melty.
anatomy of a Wonder Bar, and then
Yeah.
underneath that is a layer of peanut butter. But like the peanut butter is a crunchy
Are
peanut
we
butter,
all
not
eating chocolate
smooth.
now? Is this
Well,
a thing?
maybe you and me.
No, I'm
sorry.
gonna-
Are we
I'm
all
gonna-
opening
I
I
have-
didn't know this was gonna be. This is
I
ad
have,
hoc.
I have chicken adobo waiting for
I don't
me.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I'm just gonna swoosh
You can
my
hear
my,
the
hoop,
crunch.
my overpriced hoopty.
And it's crunchy. So yes, and then there's wafer. So the anatomy of the bar is chocolate and then caramel, crunchy peanut butter, and then a wafer in the core.
Anybody else throw their chocolates in the fridge? Like I like it cold.
We
Don't
eat
you
it too
Uh,
fast.
Reese's
Don't you
I'll
put
put
in
in
the
the
freezer?
freezer actually.
Yeah, but
Reese's in
even
the
if I
freezer for
eat
sure.
regular chocolate, I always have a stash in the fridge. I don't know why. I can't. I can
like
eat
them
it, but I
cold?
don't like room temp chocolate. Like I
Oh.
want
My
it
grandparents would
cool.
put their chocolate would put the like my
That's
grandma
so
would always have
interesting,
Kit Kats
Carl.
and Reese's for us, and it would always be
Mm.
in the fridge.
in the fridge. Yeah,
would always be in the
I don't
fridge,
know.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm okay with room temperature anytime.
Break your teeth.
Mm.
Well, no, it was no, it wasn't freezing cold. It was just a little like AZ, like you said, just a little chilled.
Just a little chill.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll get like from the bag of M&Ms. I'll throw them in like in my little. It's supposed to measure my meals, but I put your M&Ms in it. And then I throw it in the fridge.
You guys,
thought
if
you
you
were
guys put your
I thought you were gonna say the pill thing. You know the days of the week pill thing.
Monday
The
red,
funny thing is-
Tuesday blue,
That's funny.
Wednesday purple.
Gotta
M&M
take my-
medical
gotta
pills.
Gotta take my meds. No, my
What
like,
about
my
your
kids,
muffins?
like
You
my
guys put
kids
your
and my family
muffins?
know it already. They'll just every time they get me chocolate, they'll throw it in the fridge because they
Okay.
know
That's
I want my
awesome.
chocolate there.
I love that.
Nick is outing me about a food thing that I do that he doesn't find very
it's weird.
appetizing.
What is
Mm.
that?
So-
Which it is?
Costco has the mammoth muffins. Do you guys
Uh-huh.
have the mammoth
Yeah.
muffins in
Yeah, of
Costco?
Yeah.
course,
Like
of
that,
course.
yeah.
Because
They're
it's
like the
Costco
size of my
staple.
head.
Kirkland.
Right? And now you buy here, so you buy the two
Kirkland.
packages. So there's 6 in each package, so the 12, and it's now $9.99. And this is how old I am. When I was little, the 2 packages were $5.99. So I kind of balked knowing these prices. This is but because there's so many, you know, my mom had it like as a practice to wrap each one in saran wrap and then freezer it.
Hmm.
Right. But the thing
Weird.
though is growing up, so we would still have some like regular, like just to eat. But of course, sometimes we don't eat it fast enough because I was an only child. I was a healthy only child, but you know, so but the frozen ones, I would just be too lazy to defrost it. That I over the years
You put them in a bowl of
I
milk.
put it in a bowl and then I drown it in milk, and it's
So
like
weird.
frozen muffin cereal. It's so good.
Is that a thing? I don't think
Okay,
that's a
okay.
thing. That's
No, I
only
haven't done-
It's not a thing. Anybody I've said this to exactly has those like.
as the Fred.
I highly recommend the blueberry muffin. Saran wrap it, freeze it,
Mom,
and
can
then
you
when it's
pick me up?
frozen-
I'm scared.
Don't stop. Thanks, Nick. Now I'm a weirdo.
No, that's
So good.
It's okay. We already knew.
I'm gonna eat my
That's
Wonder
making,
Bar.
That's like making spaghetti sandwiches.
When I was
do
staying with
though.
Zane,
I do that.
I know you do.
Spaghetti sandwiches.
I know
I
you
don't know how to
do.
feel about that either.
See, you have your thing, Carl. You have spaghetti
That's what I
sandwiches. I
said,
have
Carl.
frozen muffin cereal. I mean, you guys must have something.
No, I'm normal.
I'm
I'm getting weird,
just
people.
learned-
Anybody
Zane-
who's watching.
Zane taught me when I was in Utah for Brick Slopes, just putting butter on the muffins. I just would eat the muffin
Straight up.
straight up.
Raw?
Yeah, just dry. You know, just
Is the
dry
muffin warm?
Muffin,
the
muffin in the
muffin-
raw.
just raw muffin. No warming it up. No, just.
I would never warm it up either. I like mine frozen.
But so what he would do, he taught me what you do is you quarter it, right? Cut it both ways, and then you put the butter in the middle of the cuts, and then
Oh.
you put it in the microwave for
That's a
20
process.
seconds, 30 seconds, and then the butter kind of like seeps into the muffin itself,
Mm.
and
It's like a pan de
it's
sal.
quite good. It's quite
Oh.
good.
Pan de sal.
There's this other one where you put it in the freezer, and then you take it out and you put it in milk, and then you put poison, yeah, and then you put some green beans in there, and you get, and it's like a nice
Next
stew,
year.
and then you put it in the oven and you warm it up. It's like a nice Kirkland
Yeah.
muffin stew.
Yeah.
Like a
yeah.
mush.
Next year in Chicago, we'll bring you the coffee crust and we'll make some frozen muffins.
Frozen
right on-
muffins.
Right in C2.
I put, I put butter on my.
Sad to
pizza
announce, I
crust.
won't be in
Have you
Chicago next year anymore.
Have you tried butter on your pizza crust?
This guy, butter on everything.
So
butter
have,
on
so
Oh,
have
no.
a pizza crust,
No,
put it
I
in the
did-
air fryer, make it crispy, and then put butter
More
on it.
butter.
So it's
I
like
just do
breadsticks.
garlic butter.
Garlic butter
Garlic
from
butter, yeah.
Papa
Garlic
Jan's.
butter.
Papaya.
With the,
Papa Jan's and their garlic sauce, their garlic butter sauce. Ooh,
Yeah.
wee.
There,
Mm.
Papa John's would do a deal where. So I started college at Miami of Ohio and then transferred to Michigan State, but they would do a deal where this was when the Bengals were really bad. If the Bengals won, they would do 50% off like a pizza. And so I became a Bengals fan for one season because I wanted half off pizza. And I think I got like maybe 2 pizzas half off. You know, like it was a very bad season. But yeah, Papa John's with some garlic butter
Papayas.
sauce.
Mm.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
So I know we're in costume right now, but what were some of your favorite costumes or memorable costumes growing up?
So before the stream, we guys talked about, did your parents ever make you a Halloween costume? And I remember in grade 3, I asked my dad, I want to be a robot. And so I think I was surprised with like, ta-da! And it was just basically a cardboard box
Foiled.
with like foil around it. He took my G.I. Joe
Classic.
helmet from like the year before and put foil around it. So it was like a little helmet. And then with his Commodore 64 print out of like a robot
Body.
black and white screen right in the front.
That's
But they liked it at school. They're
Homegrown,
cool,
homemade.
you're-"
Before Etsy, there was this.
And so yeah,
Did you win
I
any
remember being a
awards at school for that?
robot. No. But then I think I was a pirate for like 4 years in a
Oh.
row, and it was just like a pirate. I was
Pirate.
always a pirate.
Did
So
they
that-
buy it
Pirate's a
over
great
large
costume.
difference?
I think it was the same
Legit.
costume.
Yeah.
And it was just a pirate. But yeah,
I feel like I was a
G.I.
pirate
Joe.
for 4 years out of my childhood as well.
Oh,
That
I was a
was just a lot of
vampire.
pirates.
Being a vampire.
But there's so many more options nowadays, right? Like growing up, we didn't have these specific Spirit Halloween stores or Party City stores that catered to dressing up.
Yeah.
Like you had to be
They're
pretty
everywhere now.
creative, or or it was a generic witch's hat at like the Walmart, or the black witch's
Yeah, a lot of
costume.
witches.
But
back-
nowadays, you could be anything. You could be like a potato chip bag. You could be a hot dog.
how many Barbies
Cup of
this year?
noodles.
It's gonna be
Barbie,
you know-
a lot of
Barbie's going to be the
Barbies.
big theme this.
But it's
Halloween.
I'm gonna wear my
Barbie
pinup
and it's Travis
sweater.
Kelce and Taylor Swift.
And Taylor Swift.
That's
Yes.
that's what it is.
Yes.
You know,
That's
I also
right.
heard that all the really handsome people are doing Ted Lasso, but that's I don't know if that's true or not. That's just
I
what I
think
heard.
so.
That's just what I heard.
so.
Just I
But-
don't want to
Oh, wait,
be
Rob's
wrong about that,
Ted
but
Lasso.
the one costume that comes to mind for me was I was Darth Vader,
Ooh.
and
How old were you?
I think I was
18?
in yeah I was 23 24
That was last year. Wait.
it was last year.
But you got
mom-
the cool like
My
like,
mom
saber and
made me a
everything.
costume. She knit it and
Nice.
everything. No,
Oh.
no, I'm kidding. Well, I think I was in maybe 4th grade or 3rd grade. It was definitely when I was like really big into Star Wars. I
Yeah.
remember as a kid, like in school, any free moment, I was like drawing space battles
Aw.
and stuff. And like got all the other boys in my class into
Into
it as
Star
well.
Wars.
Yeah, like everyone loves Star Wars because I love Star Wars. It was
yeah,
great.
yeah.
That's
But
awesome.
it was the year that there was a Darth Vader mask that came out that had like a thing that came down like this, and then it had his chest
His chest
plate-
box.
his
Yeah.
chest
Okay.
box.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was like a speaking thing as well.
Mm.
And I want to there's a picture of me and my brothers in front of our house, and my older brother is Luke Skywalker, my younger brother is Yoda, and I'm Darth Vader.
That's cool.
And I had like really big shoulders, so I want to say that like I was wearing my hockey pads underneath like a cape or something. I don't remember for sure,
That's
but
funny.
You didn't pump your
I feel-
shoulders for that.
no, it wasn't like I was. Yeah, no, it was like very much like this kid's wearing football pads or something. Like what's happening? That's the one that really comes to mind that we were a little bit creative with.
Mhm.
I remember being like a football player. I was Jack Sparrow one year.
Jack Sparrow's
Oh,
fun.
nice.
Jack Sparrow was fun, yeah. But that was just like a
Another iteration
just-
of pirate.
exactly.
See, Rob-
I love
Rob's like a
pirates.
generation when
Love
it's
pirates.
actual
Yeah.
IP.
Like
IP
yeah. People like actual
Yeah.
versus just pirate.
Nice.
Pirate.
Pirate number 1. Pirate number
Are
2.
AZ, were you ever a Gundam dude?
No, the funny thing is, I think I mentioned it before. In the Philippines, we never really
Mhm.
did trick or treating.
Halloween.
It was more the Day of the Dead,
Also,
like
Yeah.
visiting your
yeah.
your
cemetery.
relatives in the
Mhm.
cemetery and stuff like that. And then when I moved here, I was already 14 or 15. I think I was like too cool to
Nobody was
trick or treating.
trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was more
Oh.
like just staying at home, passing out
Mhm.
candies, while my brothers
Oh, they enjoyed
they
it.
did the
still.
trick or treating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then
okay.
I didn't really quote unquote dress up until with my kids, like going around
And now
for-
you're
for a
one-eared.
while. Yeah,
When you're
for a
she's a
while.
banana.
Yeah, for a while I was always dressed up as a nurse because I would just come home from work,
Yeah,
steal my
yeah, same.
scrubs, and
You
then
had the
go
sexy nurse
around.
costume.
Sexy
Yeah,
nurse costume.
Sexy nurse costume.
That's
then
what
usually
AZ
just wear
is
my onesie.
every day of the year.
Every day.
What are you talking about? I celebrate Halloween every year.
So,
Or
Carl,
every
what do
day.
you do for a living? Oh, I'm a sexy nurse.
So what
Yeah.
are some costumes that you've dressed up as a family then, as like with kids?
Ooh,
and stuff? Like,
family
have you ever
costumes.
themed it? Have you ever themed it? Like, have you guys ever
No.
had themed
Not
costumes?
Never
super
really
deep,
done a
but
theme.
We did.
Our middle guy loved Toy Story when
Speaking
he
of,
was little.
Buzz,
So
Buzz
love it.
Lightyear was his-
Favorite. Birthdays 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were always Toy Story themed. He had every single iteration of Buzz Lightyear and Woody, like so many, because there's the Buzz Woody Hawaiian, regular, all of that stuff. But so when Halloween, this guy was Woody and he was Buzz Lightyear, and that was like one of the cutest pictures that we have where they went trick or treating in that way. But we didn't really dress up completely fully as a family. And then and again, like our kids have like unfortunately different interests. In my head I'm like, oh, Kuya already has this Halloween costume, it now fits you, be Flash. And like he's like, no, I
Oh.
want to be Naruto. I'm like, and we're the parents who give in. We're like, fine, it's your last Halloween.
Oh, this year.
Yeah. Like, so we have like a bin full of like different costumes, which over the year, the boys, when they're growing up, would play with it. Like it was sure they have it for Halloween, but then they would
Yeah.
also use it to like dress up. And sometimes they
Yeah.
have dress up things at school. So it's always
Yeah.
part of like play after Halloween. But, in terms
Sure.
of me saving money for the next kid, it's like, nope, the next kid has another idea what they want to
But
be.
they like the inflatable costumes.
Yeah,
too.
inflatable costumes were big the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Like there was the alien
the
one.
dinosaur.
The
Like,
dinosaur.
the alien one is
alien one
hilarious.
where you like
That
grab
one is
back.
so great.
Mason had that, and then it looks like you're being kidnapped, right? If
Yeah,
you're,
yeah.
if you're running backwards, so that was funny. And then last year, also the youngest guy, he had like as if he's riding an ostrich, like he's a safari hunter, but his ostrich inflated. So those kinds of ideas have
That's
now
so funny.
been so
Yeah.
popular, right? And I can't tell you where we
Nice.
keep them. So how about you, Fred?
I was made a Ninja Turtle costume.
Oh, you were made one.
Yeah, my mom made me a Ninja Turtle. I begged for like like the one that we saw at the store.
Which Ninja
And
Turtle?
I was Donatello.
Donatello.
Oh, Donatello.
I was Donatello. With like the staff, the bow
I was
staff.
gonna say,
Yeah.
what was your staff made out of? Was it the same thing?
It was like a wooden. It was basically the end of
A
a
broom
Willie's.
handle.
Yeah, a broom handle. Yeah. But I was all sorts of things. Like, so I remember I asked about like winning like a costume contest because like at my elementary school, I was like 5th grade or something, and it was just when like Chucky just came out, and like my
Oh.
mom worked at UCLA at the time, and they had like a promo for Chucky, and they were giving like stuff to the people that worked on campus,
Mhm.
and she ended up coming away with like this really legit Chucky mask that
Oh.
was pretty exclusive to like anybody that was there at the promo. So my mom bought me overalls and like the red striped long sleeve shirt,
Yeah.
and I just put on the mask and
wow.
went to school with that, and it was like terrifying. It was terrifying, like kids, like and my classmates.
Oh my gosh.
And then there's a whole like assembly, right, where like people would walk onto the stage, like everybody
Oh,
would
yeah,
walk,
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah,
time
yeah,
when
sure.
everybody walk on the stage to show off their costumes, and everybody cheered for Chucky. Everybody wanted was cheering like Chucky, and like everybody loved it. And I don't remember what I think a bag of candy or
Wow.
something.
And it was all
Um,
downhill from there. No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, but I always love dressing up for Halloween. Like
Mm.
I don't mind wearing this stuff. I do it on stream. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
I'll go as elaborate as a captain, like Captain Hook, or
Yeah. That's
I've had previous iterations of Buzz Lightyear, and obviously now it's trickled down to cosplay, and I have like screen accurate TIE Pilot and X-Wing
that's
Pilot cosplays. So
I need to-
Halloween was always fun in that I got to be
Mhm.
somebody different. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about your Halloween experience, but here it's cold, right? Like sometimes we'll have like freezing
Yeah.
rain. And in those cases, you like wear a garbage bag over your costume, that it doesn't matter what your costume
no.
was, just to like get through the night. And you're persistent when your kid, we gotta go, and our kids too, right? We feel bad. So we would have umbrellas for them and everything. There's a couple of nights that he went with them and it was just pouring.
But I'd be
And-
warm in my like Angry Bird costume.
Angry Bird
or,
costume.
like, so-
It's hit or
Right.
miss here. It could still be summer weather. Like we've had like 90
Same here.
degree,
Oh wow.
90
I
degree
can't imagine
evenings.
Halloween trick-or-treating like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
and then
that's
we've
our
had-
gauge
the
over
weather's
here.
supposed to be in.
If it's gonna
Texas.
be cold or
And
warm.
it's dark,
Yeah.
right? Like now the sun's gone by like 6:30, like it's dim. So
Yeah.
by the time kids are actually rolling out, I mean, all the little kids come, like the little young kids, maybe around 6:30. They're your first doorbells.
Yeah.
But I feel because it's dark by 8, it's pretty much done. You might get the straggler high school kids still around 8:30, and you're like, okay, you're way taller than me. Take the rest of my chocolate. But in our neighborhood, right? Sometimes the bags get heavy. They'll come back home and dump, and that's when I start sorting chocolate, and then they'll go back out and like try another branch of our neighborhood before coming home for the night. But it gets cold. I think it's gonna
Yeah,
be
when,
dry.
when you
this,
guys went
Tuesday.
out, would you bring like pillowcases, garbage bags, or have like the specialty Halloween?
Baskets, Pottery Barn
pumpkin
stuff.
basket.
Nah, just pillowcase.
pillowcase.
Just
Pillowcase.
use the pillowcase, baby.
Nice and
There's-
sturdy.
There's something about just like at the end of the night, just throwing the pillowcase over your
Yeah.
shoulder. Like there's
Like
something
a snack.
satisfying about that. You
Yeah.
walk in the house like,
Yeah,
Your
All right,
success, measuring your
let's sort
success.
some candy, baby.
yeah. Where you just feel accomplished that you almost filled your pillowcase. You're just like,
Dude, I
I
got
did
so
good.
much candy this year, bro. Like
Yeah,
I filled
I
the
did good.
pillowcase. There's always that one kid at school who's like, I filled 2 pillowcases. I was like, no, you didn't. No, you
You're a
didn't.
liar. You're a filthy liar.
You're a liar.
You filthy
What-
liar. It's filled with the
what were
leftover
your-
candy from your parents.
Yeah.
What were your least favorite halls? Like mine were like the Rockets. Like I didn't like the Rockets or
Oh yeah, the
the black
Rockets.
licorice. Like those are always like thrown to the side. And I don't know what my parents did. Maybe they just toss it. But I would bring that to work and let's see who would like, take it from our dish pile at work. But I didn't like Rockets.
think.
I remember some houses gave out like pop cans.
Some people give it money.
Well, you'd always have your UNICEF box.
Yeah,
You'd be
UNICEF
like,
boxes. If you guys had any
Is that-
of those,
is that in
growing
the
up.
US?
UNICEF
Maybe
boxes?
Yes.
No.
It's like for it's for charity, for food banks and stuff. But I
So
don't
you
think
go
they do
trick
that
or
anymore.
treat and then
UNICEF.
go
Yeah,
UNICEF,
yeah.
and then they
Yes,
put money in
they
your
put
thing.
quarters or dimes, and then you bring that back to
Oh.
school the next day, and then you see if your classroom wins with the most of that. But I
Gotcha.
don't think we do that anymore. The kids
Oh.
have never brought
Yeah.
home that.
Yeah.
That was
That's
our generation.
interesting.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
and some houses would be so elaborate, like they'll actually have like made pre-packaged. It'll have like one small chocolate bar, one chip, like they pre-package it into like a Halloween, like a chip bag. I mean, but like a Halloween.
I just
cake bag.
imagine like the Your
That's
mom's
it.
face
No,
was like, wait,
it's
what?
one
A
chip?
bag, a
The
bag.
gang's all here.
One
bag.
cheese curl, one chip,
It's just like,
One M&M,
one
yeah.
Smartie.
oh,
one Smartie.
It's like a buffet. kind of.
That's
Candy
awesome.
buffet.
That is awesome. That's so great. One of my friends growing up, his mom was a dentist,
Ooh.
Oh,
and yeah,
Oh,
you can
wow.
Best
imagine.
customers after Halloween.
Oh my gosh, she like it was always like, yeah, dude, you're coming over to my house. We're trick or treating in my neighborhood. We're not
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
your
yeah.
house. No way, dude. No,
Yeah.
no. Because she would actually give out like toothpaste and like a notebook or
Oh.
something. And like, why are you giving us a notebook?
Wow.
What do we need to? What
I
is
don't want this. I
it?
don't
It wasn't
want
even
this.
like a notebook. It was like one of the small like pocket size that you
Yeah.
like flip up.
Yeah,
like-
with the spiral.
Yeah, like this is Blue's Clues. Like, we're gonna
Like, thank you.
yeah,
that's so good.
Not
So-
tasty.
yeah, the small little toothpaste, and it's like, all right.
Yeah,
But yeah,
no,
like-
I think it was just the dark. There's dark chocolate, and I mean, growing up, I didn't like anything with coconut in it.
Hmm.
Now
So,
stuff with coconut
what's-
in it is like that's like the best stuff.
It's good.
But, like growing up,
Yeah.
like, ugh,
Ugh.
Yeah,
What's the bar?
coconut.
There's a bar with
Yeah.
coconut.
There is a bar. Bounty.
Bounty.
Right?
Or is that
chocolate bar with
is that
coconut
Canadian?
inside? Towel?
That's probably
That's Canadian.
No.
paper towel.
that's all.
Find it.
It was
Bounty.
so. What was
Bounty.
what was the
That's
almond
true.
joy? What was the almond joy equivalent?
Mounds.
Mounds. That's it.
Mounds,
It was mounds.
mounds
Ours
with,
was
with
mounds.
with no almond. There's no
Yeah.
almond in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
those are
just
the
like
ones that I would
coconut and
avoid too. It's not like I don't like them. I just don't prefer. It's like Almond Joy, Three
Yeah.
Musketeers. I never really got into Three Musketeers.
What was
I
that?
knew
Three
you
Musketeers
loved
took
them.
some
Three
time. That
Musketeers.
took some time for me to.
Did
What
ya?
what
Yeah.
what were those? There were like 3 different candy bars that were in like it was like Three Musketeers and then
Snickers might have been one of those.
maybe
Oh,
Snickers.
Mars. I didn't like Mars or
Mars bars.
so. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
I never-
Bounty.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind
Bounty.
of glaring.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Turn,
glary.
turn down the brightness. Turn down the brightness. Or get it closer.
Or not. Okay, I'm happy. Bounty. So paper towel or chocolate.
What about when you would go out? Was there like a certain house that was like the neighborhood? Like, oh yeah,
that's
everyone
a
has to
great
go to that
question.
house.
That's a great question. Yeah, is the house that gives the king size candy
Yes,
bars or
Reese's,
whatever.
yes.
Yeah. There wasn't really one in our neighborhood. I guess so. There's like a street called Lakeshore, which is obviously like right on the lake, and those are like where the really big houses are. Like Miguel Cabrera lives on
Oh,
Lakeshore,
okay.
right? So yeah, if the gate was open and you could actually like get to the
Sneak in.
front door, then the
Go to
candy
the
was
big
usually
houses.
good there. Yeah.
I've
That's
never
cool.
been to one here, but there is one city by the Scottsdale area, like you said, where all the where all the money is and stuff like that. But they give out like so much that there's actually buses that would drop off kids there
Wow.
because they know that's
Wow.
like, and they just
crazy.
accepted it. It was just one
Yeah.
of those like, hey, Halloween time,
Yeah.
That's the
Wow.
go-to.
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah.
what city
Milky
it was.
Way. That's the other one that I was thinking.
Milky
of.
Way.
Oh, never
Oh,
got
yeah.
into Milky Way either.
Yeah.
Never got into Milky Way.
Halloween house decorations, where we have neighbors with crazy
Yeah.
elaborate
Oh,
decorations in our
I should take a
neighborhood.
picture of my neighbor's house right now.
And you know, like how there's gonna be that Christmas house theme. There are
Yeah.
some Halloween house themes where
Mhm.
they have crazy animatronics in their front,
And they scare you when you
fog
try to go up.
lights, zombie like projected on their garage,
cool.
like next level, right? And
yeah.
what the trend is lately, the last couple of years, they have these. I don't even know how high. So we have a 2-story house, but it's like almost 3/4 as high as a house. A skeleton frame.
Oh, I saw that in the
Yeah.
One is a
We've seen
skeleton
that
frame,
trend, yeah.
one is a zombie, and one is like another skeleton, but like their lungs, it's almost like who's that guy? That Marvel action hero who burns.
Oh,
Ghost Rider.
Ghost
Ghost
Rider,
Rider,
yeah.
yeah.
And his lungs are burning with fire. So there's a house a few doors over, and they have these 3/4 height
Where do they buy
giants.
that?
I have no idea how you store it. Like
Yeah.
this is
Yeah, that's the question that I always
ginormous.
say.
It
Where do you
doesn't
freaking put
It's
that
not-
thing?
It's kind of like
it's
probably
not
just
inflatable.
like
It's
Christmas
like
stuff,
solid.
you know.
It's like solid. I
You
don't
must
know.
have like a
It's just
locker.
chilling in their backyard.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe for the rest of the year, it's just like
Chilling in the
sure-
living room.
I'm
Chilling
sure
in the
they
living
have
room.
art.
sitting position.
They put a beard and a red coat
Yeah,
during,
now it's Santa.
during Christmas.
It's repurposed.
And they don't get a tree either. They just put the presents
Yeah,
around Ghost
branches around
Rider. Let's decorate Ghost Rider.
Put the star on his head.
Yes, yes,
You can put some ornaments on his
Yeah.
hands,
yeah.
hanging from his
finger
fingers.
clips.
Yeah. There's one house in my parents' neighborhood that it's not even like a Halloween thing. It's like an every single holiday they are decorating full
Whatever.
out.
Oh, wow.
Like
They're the
without
house.
fail.
Hardcore.
Yeah, without fail. They
Griswolds.
always have it, Halloween,
Wonder
and then
how
it's
they store these
Thanksgiving,
things.
and then it's
Yeah.
Christmas, and
What
then
do they
it's
do for Thanksgiving?
Valentine's
I was gonna say,
Day.
what do they
and then
decorate for Thanksgiving?
They-
Turkey.
Brown
it's like
leaves.
it's like
Cornucopias.
kind of a recycled stuff, like the orange lights from Halloween they'll keep, and then they
Oh,
have
like
like an
an
inflatable
theme. Nice.
turkey,
yes.
you know, and then
Inflatables are huge, right?
pilgrims
Oh,
and all
Inflatables,
that.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But then it's Valentine's Day and July
Mhm.
4th and Veterans
Yep.
Day, and like
Yep.
every single one they
Wow.
have
Irish Day,
decorations
like,
up.
yes.
Their
Yeah,
house
the-
is basically decorated.
All
They
year
got
round.
leprechauns in March.
Yep.
Yes.
St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
St.
It's
Patrick's
every
Day.
single
It's
single one. It's
crazy.
crazy.
Oh.
It's crazy.
That's their hobby. You know,
Yeah,
they're
basically.
not into Lego. They're into
They're
that.
they're into
Other
decorating.
hobbies.
Yeah, I grew up in kind of like an area of like newer track homes, so it was like there were larger, larger homes, and so it was almost every house you could go trick or treating at. So by the end of the night, I would have a full pillowcase. But
Boatload.
as you kind of got towards the top of the hill, were larger homes, and so that was where the big stuff was. But it's
You gotta
also
work
where
for it.
yeah,
Yeah, you gotta
yeah,
work for it.
you gotta work. You work your way up
You should
there,
start
and
up
you'd get
there,
like
you go all the way to
the
the
king
hill.
I
size
know they
stuff.
go downhill.
The king size stuff was up there, but there was also like those crazy, elaborately decorated homes for Halloween. But there were also you had to get past the house with freaking Michael Myers at it.
Oh yes, yeah. There are people who will scare you, right?
Oh,
It's
And
like-
they would
sometimes-
walk. They would stand across the street from
Yeah.
their actual house and like chase people down. So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well, I'm gonna get past Michael Myers. My friends will get attacked by him, and then I'm gonna make it past them to get to the
Yeah.
the bigger houses, the bigger homes. So yeah, it was definitely my neighborhood and like the neighboring neighborhood, like the accompanying neighborhood, were the places to go. And so most of the people ended up there.
Ended up busting to your neighborhood.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Not busted the neighborhood. Oh my god, it's crazy being
Yeah.
bussed over.
But I
But
do
yeah.
love Halloween. The theme is always fun. Like specifically back to Lego. Like I love every time they would have a Halloween inspired Lego set. Like
The small ones.
the minifigures have always been so fun to me. Like the ghosts that when they first came out, or the goth girls. The first haunted house that ever came out, that was like 2009.
Monster Fighters.
Was it 2009? No, 2012.
Yeah.
Not Monster Fighters, but like the first legit haunted house. It had a few ghosts, but the window frames were like off kilter. Like
Yeah.
it was, and to me, it was like so I was so in love with Lego then, and I still am, but like when all these sort of ideas were coming out, it was so fresh still, and I've never quite seen anything like that. And I do love what Lego does with respect to
Monster Fighters was a good theme, and it's
See,
very.
none of them Monster Fighters.
They know what
I've
Monster
never-
I know.
Fighters.
No, I've
I know what
never
it
heard-
is.
I
I
haven't.
don't. No, I don't.
It
remember
glows in
Monster
the
Fighters.
dark.
But you've heard of it. You've heard of Monster Fighters, right?
Are those the rare sets now? Because I think Local showed off one of those sets before.
It was a theme. They probably had
I
like
think that's one of our rare
five-
trains. We
5 or
don't
6
have that,
sets.
so we have to train for that.
I see.
Monster Fighter.
But they
No,
had
I've always
those
wanted
bigger-
the haunted house from that. But the thing is, if you try and
Oopsies.
get it now, it's tough because some of those pieces are hella brittle. Like a lot of them are brown.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
Really?
will
at
break on
Brick
you.
Slopes. At Brick Slopes, one of the ladies there made the haunted house, the one that
Yeah.
Fred's talking about right now. But it's like bigger scale.
Oh wow!
But it's the exact house.
How
The-
did she make the frames bigger? Like the
It was
broken
really.
shutters.
It's like Barbie scale.
Oh,
Like it's
Yeah.
maybe that's that scale. of
And
a
I don't-
Barbie,
I didn't take a good enough look at it. If it was like custom stickers that were printed, because like the shutters, they all had the actual graphics and stuff on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
It
I'm
was
not sure.
really cool. It
Oh,
was
cool.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah, it was
perfect way
good.
to put it, is Barbie sized. A Barbie
Yeah.
sized haunted house.
Yeah, I think Lego does a good job of giving us at least lately it's been like kind of Halloween smaller sets like the little mouse
the
and
board-
cat.
Brickheads, yeah.
Yeah, or
Oh, the
brickheads. And obviously I've got this little guy that I got at
Wasn't
Brick
there a
Slopes.
Minecraft one?
Yeah, that's dope.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't
yeah,
there a Minecraft Halloween set or
Brickhead?
something?
Oh, Halloween set.
Thought I
I'm
saw
not sure.
Not sure.
I don't know.
But I do have a follow-up to last episode.
Of scary,
we're
scary.
talking
about
I know.
Scary things.
Okay, great. Awesome episode,
Okay.
everyone. We'll talk to you
Okay,
later.
this, I'm ready for this. Honestly.
Okay, so the last place I was at, it was over corned beef or corned beef 19 over lockdown, and I was with my parents, and we lived in like a 2-bedroom kind of like an apartment, but kind of more of like a duplex. And obviously it was not like old, but it was older, and there was obviously previous tenants there and whatnot. And I remember talking to my mom after we recorded our episode last week, and I told her we were talking about like Filipino folklore and monsters and ghosts and whatever. And then for whatever reason, I got to talking about how I had that coworker who sees shadow people, and how she kind of validated the fact that I have a very scaled down version of that, where I get to where I feel like presence and ghosts, and or just paranormal things. And for whatever reason, one thing led to another, and she's like, "Did you ever feel that at the old house?" And I was like, I never told it to anybody. I never said it to anybody because I never wanted to say it out loud while I lived there, because I just didn't want. I didn't want it to be a thing, right? And I didn't want it to be a thing that scared me in my own home, where like I take refuge, where I take comfort. But I just never talked to anybody about it. The only time I was ever worried about it was why I asked my coworker, "Hey, has any of these spirits from this place, from our workplace, followed me home?" And she said no. And I was just worried that was going to be a thing where like those entities would come follow me home. And she's like, "Yeah, no, none of them follow you home." But I did feel things. I did feel stuff in my in this old house.
Or just like
the what I was talking about last episode, where it's kind of like I feel something's watching me. Like I know for a fact that something's watching me. Yeah. And so my mom was like, where did you feel it? Where did you what places specifically did you feel the presence? And I was like, I'll tell you one spot specifically for sure. And we said at the same time, the same exact time. We said, I went in the kitchen, and she said kitchen at the same time. I said kitchen. And I was like, crap. Like that's exactly what it was. And I was like, and it wasn't just it was two specific places. I was like, because what I would do is I sit at the dining table because I had a chair and I'd like watch watch TV from there. And I felt like, so there was kind of like a counter that would separate the dining table, the dining room, and the kitchen. It was like a little counter and like a little hole like in the wall to look into the kitchen. And I was like, whenever I would sit there at the dining table, I would feel like somebody's standing there at the sink looking at me. And looking through that hole in the wall. And I'm like,
I just looked down at Ma'an, and it's the creepiest thing looking at Ma'an because she's like, ooh, I can see her eyes at all. I was like, oh my God, Ma'an.
And then she was like, and then she was like, yeah, when I was sitting at the couch in the living room, it was through that little like that hole, and that was where it was too. Like you're absolutely right. There was somebody there. So I learned that my mom. So I learned that my mom sees shadows.
Wow.
And then I was like, she's like, did you feel them anywhere else? And I was like, well, I said there's like a little kind of hallway that's next to the kitchen that would go to the bathroom, and it was like where the laundry room is too. And I was like, that spot specifically felt like it was where the strongest. Walking through there, or walking by there.
Energy.
It just feels like an energy. It's not like cold or anything. I just feel like an energy whenever I was like doing laundry or like putting stuff in the wash
quickly.
And she was like, yeah, that's where it's the strongest. And then I said, whenever I was in my room upstairs, so it was basically at the top of the stairs, it was kind of like a landing, and there was like a hallway connecting our rooms. Like they were across the hall, and then I was on the other side. And I said that whenever I had my door open, I would feel like somebody was standing in that hallway looking at me.
Aye.
And then she said, yes, that was where another one was. And
Another
sometimes
one.
another entity.
Presence, yeah.
But
you don't know if it's the same one or not the same one. It could be multiple, it could be one.
She said she doesn't know. She just said that's where there's an entity there. I don't know. We didn't go into the specifics. I didn't say, hey, what was the guy's name? I just want to know.
Steve.
We didn't go.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about Steve.
But out of that. Like you guys have moved out of that place.
January.
Oh, okay. And your dad feels nothing. Oh.
Nothing.
He's just like, whatever.
It's interesting.
Over. Yeah.
It's interesting that, two things. One,
Wow.
Fred, whenever we're together, never tell me anything about any feelings ever. I will leave immediately.
Over to your left, Rob.
You're just like, Robert, do you feel that? Nope. I'm leaving. Goodbye. I also feel presence. Usually around Christmas, you go under the tree. That's the Lego. That's no, nothing there.
You shake
Oh
presents.
my
You shake-
God.
Feel them. Oh, this one is Steve. This one I'll name Steve. His name.
But
is
she
Steve.
went.
All right,
She
go
went
back.
into her childhood and said that, she had to go see at least 3 or 4 times in her life. Had to go see one of those like
Ambularios.
Ambularios because she would get cursed. It was like a curse
Wow.
that it was like a and it wasn't passed on maliciously, but it was because like it was something like if
Circumstantial.
old people or whatever would be like, hey,
And this was in the
your
U.S.
daughter. No,
The
it was in the
Oh,
Philippines.
in the Philippines. Okay.
It was like your daughter's so fair
We're
skinned,
safe
she's
here.
so pretty, or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly. They do favor the ones who are extra. That's
Yeah,
why
and
there's
so-
always a lot of superstition where someone's extra pretty or something. You
Oh, we
almost
got
wanna
nothing.
put them
I got
down.
nothing to worry about.
You
This is
put them
great.
down.
No,
Amazing.
you're more susceptible.
Panic, you're
Sorry, you're so
Robert.
handsome.
I'm good. Question. One for the viewers in case they didn't see last episode, and also for me again. What's an umbulario again?
Like
It's a
the-
shaman. Kind of like
Yeah,
a
the
shaman.
shaman.
Okay,
a
okay,
witch
okay.
doctor, and
Witch
they
doctor,
could
yeah.
remove the curse if you feel like that's or something to that effect. They will have smoke. They would smoke out some candles, or maybe
Interesting.
I don't know, do a sacrifice. Maybe have potions and lotions.
Wow.
But they're again, how religion is always so interesting in the Philippines, and yet there's also
Yeah.
this
This
Other
entryway,
side of it.
Yeah.
another side that's also acceptable among the
Yeah.
people who are usually devout and go to Sunday mass, but then they will also seek out these ambularios for any help if they feel like their lives have been stifled by something like a presence or something.
So
right?
interesting.
Well, she's heard of things like in her own province where it's like, or no, that was a different story. It was a child actress. There's a child
Okay.
actress in the Philippines, and she was really, really sick. And the reason why, or she had gotten sick after they did a horror film in what was an actual old, like, haunted home, a house.
Mm.
And she got really sick, like flu-like symptoms. Like all the doctors they had
Incurable.
no idea how to cure her, but
Mhm.
everybody knew like all they had to do was take her to an ambulario and she'd be
They could
fine.
resolve it. Yeah.
They never took her, and she had passed,
Oh.
Oh.
and they had no idea how,
Like what it was.
what it was.
Yeah.
And
That's crazy.
everybody was like, yeah, it was from doing a movie in that haunted house. And I'm sure
Hmm.
whatever presence was in there was like, yeah, no, don't do, didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't like that they were
Yeah.
doing it. And so, yeah,
Did they do
apparently
their tabi-tabi po?
Yeah. No, the triggered
What's tabi tabi po?
is to ward away or to ask permission to
Oh,
walk through
okay.
an area
Right.
without harming or disrespecting whatever presence is there.
It's like putting
But-
it towards the Filipino thing, when you squeeze
Oh,
through everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to go through a crowd. You're trying to like,
Go.
Yes,
excuse me.
yes. No, my mom, I know we're supposed to wrap this up, but I just got triggered a story. My mom had a cousin. She was an older cousin, but if my mom was a teenager, she's probably in her early 20s. And it was one time, maybe over summer, and this cousin would disappear at night. And my mom grew up with extended family. They lived like in a compound. My mom had her siblings, but whenever like her parents were able to like help
Is
a
the
lot of other
funeral
relatives
home?
in the funeral. Yeah. You
So
know, I'm
would
from
it
a funeral home
disappear
background.
into
Yeah. But like they have a few houses in this compound. But my grandparents, I guess, would also help her cousins pay for education. So this is one of their cousins
Okay.
who was living at their house at that time because she was going to school in that area. But she would disappear at night, right? And so at first they didn't notice it, but then she would come home the next day, coming out of her bedroom, and she'll look exhausted. She'll say that I've been walking all night long and I didn't know how to get back home, but then I'll find my way home anyways in the next morning.
sleepwalking?
And it could be sleepwalking. So they, nobody really kept a watch other than, okay, fine. Like this is like strange behavior on her part. And then Rob hasn't moved. I was getting
Sorry.
Yeah,
I was sending it to. I had a text message
okay,
that I
okay.
had to respond to.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. And so they kept, I guess, just monitoring her. And then she said, "Oh yeah, there's this man who's so wonderful and amazing, and he wants to marry me, but I only see him at nighttime." And he said it's not yet the time for us to reveal our relationship to our relatives, but that's where I've been going to, right? That's what,
Predator.
but she would always come home and her feet were like muddy, like she was just dirty, like her clothes were dirty as if she went through the mud, but she has no
Jeez.
recollection of where she had gone to. And so she was taken to an ambulario, right? And she was saying how she's taken, and it's always such a feast whenever she goes to this man's place. Like she doesn't know if it's a cave, but like it's the middle of nowhere, and suddenly all over there's so much food and so much revelry and so much fun, and it's almost like fairies, right? She's
Right.
been like enchanted by fairies. And one of the things with fairies is you're not supposed to eat their food. And so when the ambulario asked her, "Did you eat their food?" She's like, "No, I haven't yet because I've been so busy with all the activities." But they always tell me, "Oh, you got to eat some food. You got to eat some food." But I guess
Don't be shy.
yeah, but I guess like when she goes on these
Kaya na,
outings,
kaya
she's not hungry, right? Like I guess she probably had dinner the night before, so she's not hungry, but she'd just be so exhausted the following day and exhausted and fatigued that she couldn't go to school and stuff. So the ambulario is like, I guess did whatever the ambulario did to cure her. But then when she pointed out, she realized like this area where she would be walking to, yeah, there's a man who lives there. That's my boyfriend. When they went to investigate, it's like this shack and an old man lives there.
Oh.
and that's where she's been going. So who knows if this man had some enchanting powers. I mean, they didn't do anything, right? I think after the Ambularia thing, she was well healed. She never had any more incidents, but my mom remembers it went on for a few weeks. This confusion of where's my cousin going to and why is she...
Nobody watched her leave.
So I think they were starting
compound.
to watch. Maybe there were some nights that they watched her, and then some nights when they realized, oh, she's not going out, then they stopped watching her, and then the incident would happen where she would, who knows, sleepwalk, get enchanted. But there's a word for that, to encanto, right? Na encanto, which is
Yeah, there's also
taken
another word
away.
for that. It's a pervert. That guy was a pervert.
But yeah, it's
Old
like, you know, when you
man.
hear these stories, you're like, how are they likely? But then when you have your own stories, Fred, right? Like it's like it just takes it like right there, like
Yeah.
direct.
It's a thing. It's a thing. I can't explain it. You know, I'd rather not know, honestly. But it's just one of those. It's just one of those things where it's like I don't. I'd rather not. Like
yeah.
Luckily, I haven't felt that here. I felt it outside of my house,
Like right now,
like on the street. Yeah, in this house,
neighborhood. Yeah.
Oh,
in this
wow.
neighborhood. I felt it outside, but I don't know. Like sometimes I just don't know the difference, right? Like I don't know if it's like it's hard to tell because it could very well just be like neighbors looking outside their window, like
Mhm.
watching me. But there's
Yeah,
there are times where I know for sure it's like, yeah, no, that's not a neighbor watching me. Like there's literally somebody there's something down the road there that's it's not supposed to be there.
It's like-
that
There's that guy riding his scooter again to
Yeah.
the mailbox.
yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah. There's no presences in your young life, Kuya Robert. Nowhere where you
Just
live.
around
Just-
Christmas.
Just present.
You know, Christmas,
presents.
my birthday. Birthday's coming up, you know, so I intend to
Double whammy.
get some presents.
Brick World Chicago might be some present.
Some
Might
presents.
be
Yeah,
some
leave
presents.
leave some food.
Nothing
AZ,
about
for your,
muffins. Nothing. No muffin presents.
AZ, you need to leave some food in that room for
shit.
the thing that knocked down your
Yeah,
Concord.
seriously.
Like, tabi po, here's some food, here's some adobo po. Here's some food. Don't knock down my Concord again, please.
Yeah.
Like the Concord,
I worked
so-
very hard.
I worked too hard for this, okay? Here's some adobo.
Okay.
If you want leftover, let me know. If you need baon.
You want some baon?
All right. Well, I guess with that,
Yeah.
I have I mean, it seems a lot of us have I have Halloween plans. Some of you guys have already
Halloween.
done it. Yeah.
Trick-or-treating with kids.
Yeah,
Yeah. Have fun trick-or-treating with the kids. Be safe. You
Yeah, you
guys.
do have such an amazing time. I can't wait to see your pictures.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
excited.
Wookie, wookie, wookie.
I'm excited for that. But happy Halloween, everybody, for all of you guys that were watching here live. For those who are going to be watching this prior to Halloween, have a happy and safe Halloween. Be careful out there. Let's see all your pictures. Let us see. Let us know in the comments what you were for Halloween. Any costumes y'all were wearing over the course of Halloween. But with that, we'll catch you guys next time. Holla holla time, baby.
Holla, holla time,